started out alive, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the sight faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing laughs to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand's vibe, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Low and rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Give us a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script how we play a game. From start to the next time, chasing fame. But you're behind me, changing scenes. So through the internet, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strong, curing and chill for cracking jokes. Go stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our most streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Thursday, the 9th of April, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. You know what? It finally happened, folks. Finally, DLive is dead. DLive is over. Now, what I want to do on this stream is look into the announcement, look into, I guess, the community response. I also want to look into... Well, I want to give my opinion or my take on why, or not why, but let's just say the steps that led towards this happening. So just to spoiler it, it's going to definitely, well, at some point in this stream, we're going to get deep into my scenario, what happened with DLive. And I feel like that's, it's like a use case of just how bad that platform, how bad it turned. So that's what I want to do. I want to look at the let's take a look at the announcement straight off the bat here. We might as well break the bad news. It's been a few days. Funnily enough, it's April 9. My sister's birthday is on the 15th of April, and I joined DLive. I can never remember if it was the day before her birthday, the 14th, or the day after, the 16th. But either way, in my mind, the way this is all wrapping up, we've got till the end of April to conclude everything, and then DLive goes away. So to me, it's kind of like snapped off nicely. Yeldalski steps. This will be a long staircase, dude. In the chat there on DLive itself is Dale with it. Dale, you have been with me through all kinds of ups and downs on the DLive. So I think most of the things I'm going to be saying, actually, rewind a little. I'm going to be sharing some DMs that now that it's all over, they can be shared. Up until today, I wouldn't have been able to share, or I wouldn't have wanted to share these DMs, but I'm going to share some DMs. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And Dale, you don't know, well, you know this, but you've never seen the receipts, the tickets. Apocalyptica, appropriate shirt here, yeah. Apocalyptica. So let's take a look at the announcement here from the DLive machine themselves. Now, one thing I'll say just off the bat, this came to me in Twitter simply because I don't have access to the DLive Discord. We'll get into why that is later. However, just to say on that point, just a little bookend, I am a verified partner. I wonder if any other partners received this information earlier than the public, or did all the partners just get it the same way? And on that token, did anybody receive an email about this? There was a period in time when we were getting emails from DLive when good things were coming. When new releases and new updates, there'd be an email. And the idea behind that was that if you're a partner, you can then disseminate that throughout your community, get the community ready, and then they drop the announcement and everybody goes, oh, that's what so-and-so was talking about. I didn't get an email. I checked my email. I checked all my spam. I didn't get a single. You would think the whole platform going ta-ta, that would warrant an email to the partners. Now, I'm getting worked up here because that's the basis, right? That's the basics. There should have been an email to the partners. Hey, guys, this is bad news, but here it comes. You guys are representing our platform. We're going to give it to you first. Just get ready. Try to, get the slot buckets ready and just prepare your community because we're about to say ta-ta. They didn't. Nothing. No email, nothing. And I'm not in the Discord, so I only got it through a stumble on Twitter. When I'm scrolling through Twitter on my lunch break, I see DLive is over. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm supposed to rep that platform. Hey, I'm finding out right now. How long's this been out for? A couple of days. Yo, Melody. Hey, doing, Melody? Good to see you. So let's read the announcement here on the Twitter machine. Here it is, April 7, so a couple of days ago now. Dear DLivers, let me make this larger. Thank you for your continued support of DLive. We regret to inform you that the DLive platform will be ceasing operations. That's it. The top-up function, including subs, has been discontinued effectively immediately. We kindly ask that you complete the following actions by April. Now, can I just stop here just for a second? It already is April. You should have put by the end of April or by the 1st of May. March, April, May. This is April. Can we kindly ask that you complete the following actions by April? No, you can't. Unless you've got a time machine, you can't ask that. We can't go back in time. If we could, we wouldn't have let you let Charles go, that's for certain. We ask that you withdraw any remaining coins, cancel all active subscriptions, download any content stored on DLive. We will continue to share updates regarding the platform's wind down timeline to ensure you remain informed throughout this transition. All DLive staff would like to once again thank you for your support throughout the years. Yo, Netskis, how you doing, man? Thank you all for the incredible memories, streams, and the unwavering support over the years. We'll remember this for life. Sincerely, the DLive team. Now, just saying, at that point, it might have been nice to have got someone's name on that instead of just the DLive team, because to be frank, we don't know who that is. Who is the DLive team and how long have they been the team? When the site was good and when the thing was popping, we all know the team, the community was tidy, right? We all know that. There would be a community stream about this on a Wednesday, right? And it'd be 2 hours long and it'd be fun. And then there'd be the bad news. But this is just a generic cut and paste, badly worded, badly formatted, see you later. Doesn't say why. Doesn't say why the site's going. Doesn't say what happened. Now, we can speculate, and we're going to. They should have said something as to what happened, right? Why did this take place? What's gone on DLive that the whole thing has to go bye-bye? Again, we can speculate. We will. I'd love to hear your opinions in the chat. We're definitely going to get into that. But I'm just saying, it wasn't me. I write more coherently than that. And so let's just take a quick look at what the community's response has been here. 317 comments. Let's scroll down here. First one, Valora. That's pretty rad. Godspeed, DLive. You did things a little differently and sustained many years. It's commendable. This is true, and that is a solid response. Creators who are left without a home, we're here for you to be a lifeboat. Creator first, always. The founding story of Valora. Do you know what? I read that the other day. That actually, we should touch into this another time. This is a story from Corey, and it's there's a sad part to that story. Anyway, we're getting sideswiped, but I'm going to get to that stuff in a minute, but it's nice that Valora jumped in there. And by the way, that's kind of what DLive did, right? Do you remember when Mixer went belly, when they went upside down, and DLive said, hey, Mixer, you guys that were over on Mixer, you've got a home over here on DLive. We'll take you in. We'll help you we'll fast track you through our partnership program so you can get back on track and do the things that you were doing on Mixer. That's what a community is, right? That's what a community should be, and that's what DLive was. Now it's no longer, but it is good to see Valora stepping in and filling that gap there. This person said, end of an era, thanks for the contributions. Trovo out, DLive out, who's next? Red Picato, that sucks. Another home gone for many. Yeah, Mark Vaughan. I guess that means everyone from DLive needs to move to Vaughan. Vaughan Live, I don't know. I mean, I'm streaming there now. G'day, Vaughan Skins. I don't really, that site, what is it, 2003? That site looks horrible. Netsky, Valora gave me a content warning. What were you streaming, dude? This person says you banned Nick Fuentes, I guess he's referring to. And on the day that he merged his old platform, Cozy TV, with his new and hugely successful subscription-based platform, you announced to be shutting down as Poetic Justice. Okay, fair enough. Slowest suicide I've ever watched, Timmy. That's too bad. I've been using DLive just to access a few specific channels. Okay. You fucking deserve this. You started as a better version of Twitch. Okay, that person's upset. Goodbye to your censorious, is that a word? Censorious garbage platform. You deserve to go away, losers. Good riddance. Okay. Now, I want to touch on this a little bit later, but here's a clip from Lulu's. I remember this guy. I can't remember his channel name, though. He clipped Cab7 stating that he hasn't been paid for, 2 months? He also said that the reason he hasn't been paid is because DLive has been audited. Now, an audit isn't anything out of the ordinary, but if they found shit in terms of money in, not matching money out kind of thing, then there's going to be a problem. And if streamers aren't being paid, like Cab7 Ben, by the way, I watched this clip. He breaks down at the end of it. We'll watch that. We'll watch that in a bit. But he breaks down, and he curses, which I don't think I've heard Kabski's swear the F-bomb. He let go. It's a shame, right? Vincent, you'll be a top streaming platform right now if you didn't ban everyone. Now, there's another point. Banning everybody. Yeah, it's interesting. You know what's interesting about banning everyone on DLive? Their slogan at the time of banning everyone was "Your stream, your rules." That's literally how they rebranded. And then they came out and went, "You're gone, you're 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 gone. We don't like you, we don't like you, we don't like you, we don't like you. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Top Duck, you're in. Top Duck, get on the front page. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Yo, Top Duck, do you want more front page? Front page for Top Duck, Top Duck, Top Duck. Your stream, your rules. Our rules. This person says, at least we still have BitChute. Okay. Okay. You get what you deserve for banning everyone from your platform. I mean, look, okay, so there was a reason for the bannings, you know, the Capitol storming, that was the reason for the bannings. But it is kind of interesting that they banned everybody. There was no one active on the site. Now, you can't say the Patriots Soapbox News, and you can't tell me that those oh shit, I was forgetting. They not only I was forgetting about this. They banned everybody, but then they said, and by the way, if you want to do porno on DLive, you can. So we're going to ban all of the political stuff, but if you want to have like triple X, if you want to fuck on DLive, you can. we've changed our rules. Go for it. So on the one hand, they were like super strict about everything, but then they were like, you know what though? Making babies, that's fine. Do that. Go on, do it. And then what happened? People would come on, create channels, and they would just feed in, I don't know how they did it, some Apple script or some bot that would just rip content from Pornhub and just dump it straight on DLive as a 24/7. So not only did you have Top Duck, a duck farm with ducks squawking and quacking and running around a farm, then you flip to the Movie World channel and you've got a feed from Pornhub. And then they do it. I remember seeing ones where they didn't want to get struck by, because there's still DMCA, right? You still can't just broadcast someone else's content. So what these creatives did was they take a video that's 16:9, they'd cut it vertical and they'd put it in 3 panes. So you'd see the same vision 3 times. So technically it's kind of getting away from any sort of content matching. Pretty sneaky. Hi, Rez. How you doing, man? So that was the announce. You know what's funny about this, though? If you actually go to the DLive website, DLive.tv, I don't want to – oh, okay, go to my dashboard. I don't care. I just want to go to the DLive because look at the typo on this. Look at the typo. Right here on the banner, right? The splash banner. Get back over there. A final farewell from DLive. All good things comes to an end. Are you kidding me? You couldn't even spell check the announce of the closure? Stop rotating. All good things comes to an end. That's not the saying. The saying is all good things come to an end. You've mixed up a saying there. No, that's not right. This is not right. Like, it's funny, but it's not right. Like someone at a higher level in DLive, if that person does exist, should have said, hold on a sec, guys. If we're going out, let's actually go out and go out properly. Let's give this platform a good send-off. They couldn't even fucking spell check the announcement banner. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, and you know I got it. I'm sliding into my spiel, but I'm not going to get there yet. But I copped a lot of flack from DLive for pointing out these things. But realistically, all we wanted was a professional platform that would rival other platforms. With the kind of platform we had when Charles Wayne was at the helm and Tidy was fronting up and putting a face to the community. Those were the golden days, right? We've talked about this many, many times, the golden era of DLive, the Lino, the staking, the rewards, all those beautiful concepts that we're going to tap into here. That's what made DLive lucrative. What's the word? Individual. So there was no, let me be clear about this. Have I done this enough over the years? You earned Lino by watching content. You, a viewer, you don't have to have a camera. You don't have to be a streamer, but you could earn the thing that we were earning for streaming. You were earning for streaming and the viewer was earning for watching. What does that foster? That fosters a community of growth, because if the viewer's earning and the streamer's earning, what do you think is going to happen? The streamer's going to continue to stream more. The viewer's going to watch more. When they finish watching your stream, they're going to go another stream. They're going to keep earning. There was this like a wheel of just momentum that just kept rolling, and it was so good. I mean, look, it got me into crypto, right? I got my foothold into crypto because of DLive. But they just dropped the ball over and over. They're dropping the ball again. Look, I'm on the wheel, man. How am I up there? I'm sledging you, DLive, and you put me on the wheel? This is a final fuck you to DLive, and I'm on the carousel. Okay, look. I'll drop it back a little. I'll drop back a bit. I'll get aggressive when it comes to me talking about myself, but we'll get there. What else did I want to show you at this juncture? That was the announce. That was the announce on the website. So look, we'll take a quick pause here because I'm going to get myself a coffee. Then we're going to come back in and we're going to take a look at how this all began on DLive. How did this actually come to be a thing? We'll be right back. Here's some surfboarding for you to enjoy whilst I'm gone. All right, folks, let's get back into it here with a lovely cup of coffee to keep me inspired. We're going to talk about now how this all started, because when I came to DLive, it was already rolling for a number of years. I believe it formed in 2017, but then in 2019, a contract was issued to a rather large YouTuber, the YouTuber going by the name of PewDiePie, arguably the biggest YouTuber on the planet. He got a exclusive contract to live stream on DLive for a 12-month period. Now, I'd never paid much attention to PewDiePie. I knew of the guy. You can't not know about PewDiePie, right? So his video came across my feed, and I remember watching it, and I got super excited simply because I had been live streaming on YouTube. I hadn't touched any of the other platforms like Twitch or Mixer or anything else. I'd been on YouTube, sort of a few things were happening. I was struggling with my tech, with my gear, and the internet was so sketchy, but I had started my live streaming career, let's say. And when I saw this video that he put out, and we're going to play it now, the idea, the concept that he ran by me and his 100 million viewers, whatever it is, some ungodly amount of subscribers, the concept of what DLive was, I remember sitting on that bed in a different area, different position, and I remember getting up, literally pressing pause, getting up from my from my iPad and running to my desktop and signing up to DLive.tv simply because of what this video said. So what I want to do is I want to watch this video and pretend it's 2019 and we're hearing about this for the first time, and tell me that what he says forget all of his childish antics and all that garbage, that pew pew and all that crap, forget all that, but just listen to what he says about the platform DLive, and you tell me that's not the best thing that you've ever heard for a content creation platform in this context, live streaming. Check this out. This is his video. It's called Here's the Motherfucking Tea. It's a meme review published 6 years ago. It's got 7.9 million views. The part that we want to watch is just the very beginning when he does mention this contract. Let's take a look.
Before this video begins, I have exciting announcement.
Announcement time!
I'm partnering her up with DLive. That's right, everyone. For those of you who don't know what DLive is, it's a live streaming platform. Live streaming is coming up in the future. That seems like a great idea, Felix. DLive is built of the Lino blockchain. They provide a disruptive solution for the industry. What does that mean? Let me tell you. DLive's mission is to empower creators. But how, you may ask? Through their revolutionary reward system. Number one, they take no platform cut. So basically, if you donate to a streamer or if you subscribe to a streamer, the website itself usually takes a percentage of that. Not on DLive, it all goes to the creator. Pretty cool. Number two, viewers as well can earn Lino points, which is the currency, simply by engaging with the streamers. Pretty epic. Number three is one that I really like as well, because the users themselves get to influence the shape of the platform, guide where its direction is going, and also get rewarded for it, for having Lino points. Personally, I think it's really cool to have a creator-based website actually putting creators first. So I'm really excited about DLive, and I'm really excited to finally be live streaming again. If you want to check out DLive, you can download their app in the description. Follow me. I'm gonna be live streaming there soon, very frequently. Also, my very first live stream is going to be pretty epic. I'm going to steal Mr. Beast's entire formula and donate to people live streaming on DLive. No one's ever done that! Mr. Beast has not done it on DLive. So basically, I will donate between $10,000 and $50,000, and this money will come from you guys. Basically, just by following other people, other streamers, you are contributing to this pool of money that will go to the people streaming. It doesn't require you to actually spend any money, it just requires you to follow someone on the website. So go check out DLive, go follow some streamers, and let's get this bread, gamers. Thank you, DLive, for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
So did you hear what he said there? Now, hello, outdoors woman, Giggle Pickles. So, and Dale, I never got the whole PewDiePie thing. You don't have to get him. You don't have to understand him or like his content. I don't. I never did. I still don't. But what he was saying was that, first of all, and there's something that I kept neglecting to remind you guys of, that DLive, so their slogan was DLive do not and will not ever take a cut from a creator. All of it goes to the creator. There was a platform fee of 96% something went to the creator and 3 or 4% went to the platform. But DLive itself never took a cut until they did. So what he was saying there was the way that it was pitched to him, and therefore in many senses to me, because I saw his video like many people did. I also noted that his stream, April 14 was the day that I signed up to DLive. That's kind of interesting. So he hit on the 2 points that creators or that viewers earn by engaging and watching content. And he said that creators earn by having consensus with the platform by earning the Lino and then staking it. We're definitely going to tap into the staking concept in a little while, because that's where I come in many different ways. But so PewDiePie was paid, the rumor is it was over $1 million to do exclusive live streams once or twice a week on DLive. Now, he mentioned he was giving away $50,000 in his initial stream, and he said that money is coming from you guys, the community. Now, what does he mean by that? He meant that you earn this Lino token by engaging and watching streams. So that creates a pool of funding. No one has to spend money for that. It comes from the engagement. It comes from the usage of the site. And he was getting that by bringing in maximum people, and then he was going to give it away on his stream. So immediately you have a hell of a lot of people that are interested in getting money, right? They want to get there. They want a piece of that pie. So they come over, sign up either as a viewer or as a content creator. Now, one thing DLive did wrong, in my opinion, was that they never really distinguished between a viewer and a streamer. I don't think any platform has really done that effectively. It would. The reason I say this is because what happened was bound to happen. There were a lot of bots that came in. A lot of the Turkish community came in. A lot of the Indian community came in just to reap those rewards. They weren't reaping those rewards. Throw back to Jay Boston. They weren't giving to the site. They were just taking from the site. And of course, that's not a process that can last forever. So that did change. But that video got me so inspired that I came up and I created Gives a Minute on DLive, and I went for it. I didn't have the tech. I didn't even have the internet. I had a 4G antenna on my roof that pointed towards what's 4 kilometers away, my 4G tower, line of sight from the roof of my house. I screwed in this big extension pole, got line of sight. I was streaming on 4G. We started a community here, and I had this spiel where I would say, thanks for following the Gives a Minute DLive stream. That makes you a giver. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm giving you my time to create the content. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. No, I'm doing it wrong. I can't remember my exact spiel, but that was part of it. It's a two-way street, and you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute DLive stream. Thanks for the follow. I did that over 8,000 times because everybody that came in was contributing to the two-way street that, in my mind, was making me money and making you guys money. And like I said earlier, that concept of earning a thing, in this case, PewDiePie kept calling it a lino. I believed it was Lino, and I have a good friend of mine, rest in peace, just passed away last week with the same name, Lino. Lino, we didn't know. I didn't care really what Lino was. It had a dollar value and you earned it. That's all that I needed to know. So this was later on I found out this was a testnet cryptocurrency. Testnet meaning not open to the global blockchain, just in-house, like in a sandpit kind of thing, like it sounds like a testing environment. And if everything was going to work with the testnet, then they would branch out to what's called mainnet, and then it's tradable on certain exchanges and blah, blah, blah. Now, to spoil a long story short, that never got to mainnet. It failed at testnet. It failed arguably through a number of reasons, but either way, it failed. But what happened was the Lino that you had earned from either watching, engaging, or receiving by streaming, and if you were like me, you could have invested it into the platform. So you had an opportunity to say, and this is what PewDiePie was referring to, the consensus, the streamers have a say in how the platform rolls via the mechanism of staking your rewards. So you earn this thing, and then you say, I believe in the site, therefore I'm gonna vest my earnings, I'm gonna lock them into a contract, and that's gonna stay there. And while it's there, it's going to give me power to vote and cast my votes upon certain actions and certain in the blockchain they're called validators, but in this regards, it's a pseudo validator, but it's the same concept. You're putting down your money, and you're saying I respect the views and wishes of so and so. And for me, it was always Boomer. Boomer was my guy. I thought he was smart man. He knew blockchain. He knew a lot more than I did. So I said, well, I'll stake all my rewards and I'll give my votes to Boomer. And then that's how we go. And so then there were these community streams that Tidy, the head of the community, would come in and delegate and talk about different things that are happening. And this is all governed by the community. Beautiful. Like you really felt, and I'm just going to ignore the chat, but I can see that you're commenting there, Dale. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, solid concept, executed poorly. Yeah, so you really felt like you were part of something, which you didn't get. Like, I never saw that anywhere else. I had heard of another decentralized platform called DTube, and an old friend of mine told me that you can make money off that by upvoting and commenting. But I noticed that it was all phony. Like, everyone was posting videos and then just getting the upvotes and getting the phony. And I was just like, man, be authentic, hey? Like, I want to be you can't fake a live stream. So I was like, nah, dude, I could go outside and shoot a video and then upvote it and get extra points on DTube and all this stuff. Or I could go live, can't hide behind anything. No green screen. Only you live streaming in a hotel. I get heckled by taunters. Like, I'm authentic. I'm coming out here and I'm making something because I can earn from it, and you guys can earn from it. That's why it was a two-way street. That's why it was so beautiful, because it wasn't just me, it was both of us earning. So this concept of staking and this concept of the Lino, I told you it failed. This is where it kind of gets, unfortunately, this is pretty shady from DLive. So after all of, let me just kill PewDiePie. Looking at this hideous man behind me, I don't want to see his hideous head. Get him out of there. I'm going to bring up DLive itself, because we're going to talk about, so this staking concept, when it failed, DLive had a change of ownership, and it was an acquisition by Justin Sun, he of the Tron network, or the Tron chain. So Justin Sun is he's a well-regarded crypto entrepreneur. There are many criticisms about this man. Arguably, I don't know too much about him, except that there's a huge contingency of the crypto world that love him, and then there's an equal huge contingency of the crypto world that hate him and his tokens and his chain. A lot of scams on the Tron network, a lot of TRX scamming, a lot of hideous activity. Either way, he acquired DLive, and he rescued the concept of the Lino staking and the consensus. He rescued it in the sense that he decided in his acquisition, which then not long after became an outright purchase, so an ownership. At first it was, they announced it as in, we've been acquired by Justin Sun and the Tron network, and then it was like, and now he owns it. And now we're under the umbrella of the BitTorrent ecosystem. And so this and I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of that, but this BitTorrent thing came with its own token on the Tron chain, a token called BTT, BitTorrent token. And so Justin Sun decided that the best way, or the only way for DLive to survive, was if we swapped from Lino, which is a testnet token only on the site, to a fully fledged cryptocurrency, in this case BTT. BTT had been around for a long while. It's openly traded on many marketplaces. And the back end of DLive was going to swap from a testnet token, Lino, that only DLive knew, to a token that everybody in the crypto world knows and owns and holds and trades and stakes. And so this, and by the way, how do I know all this? I told you I told you there was some things I couldn't say because of whatever's, but now that the site's going away, I can say anything, right? It doesn't matter. It's all, I did have a one-on-one video call with Charles Wayne. You guys all know about that, but he told me in that call, because I got, so when this announcement of Justin Sun and the Tron network came to be, I got very frightened because we did our research on Justin Sun and he looked shady. His dealings in the past and his online presence looked well and truly sketchy. And so I was worried because as a streamer, I had taken all of my earnings. I hadn't taken anything off the site. I had vested, or I had staked, or locked, they called it. I had locked all of my Lino into the site. And when they announced this Justin Sun thing, they said Lino is going to be converted to BTT, and if you're a partner, which I'd acquired, I'd gone up the ranks from streamer to affiliate to, was there one before affiliate? Either way, I got up to the second top tier. I got up to verified partner, not global partner. Global partner was the top. I got up to the second top. I also got crypto superstar status by doing crypto related content because by the way, you guys, some of you guys that heckled me for doing crypto, the whole site was based upon crypto and I didn't know what crypto was back then. So of course I did streams where I would engage crypto and learn because we're earning crypto. We were all trading Lino basically on an exchange, the exchange being DLive.tv. It's a test net, but we were all trading crypto. We weren't earning it through paying money. We were earning it through creating content and engaging. So everybody that heckled me for doing the crypto superstar stuff, I was like, nah, dude, all of this affects me because we're on DLive. Like, if you don't like crypto, don't stream on DLive. That doesn't really, like, I don't know why. Like, I copped a bit of flack for that when I was I think I dedicated Wednesdays at least to crypto streams, and people were like, I'm not watching that. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, okay. And then I'm not watching that crap. Then I get a donation of $10. I'm like, hey, thanks for the crypto. You're not watching the crypto stream, but you're going to donate to me in crypto? Excuse me. I don't know why yeah. We'll get to the Joker later. We'll get to the Joker. I'll deliver my spiel, and then I want to hear from you guys what you think. Because once I'm done with my spiel, I'm sure that there's going to be gaps that I neglected or that I didn't know about. But now that the thing's over, we can open up all of the ranks, right, and talk about everything. So anyway, I was doing those streams, and I was worried about my investment in terms of what I'd staked back into the site. And I was worried about what the site was doing by engaging this Justin Sun, but by then it was already done anyway. But the beautiful thing about that was that the CEO, Charles Wayne, saw my stream, saw how upset I was, and said, Benon, give me your details, I'll call you. And we had a one-on-one call. The CEO of DLive got on a line with me on a call, and we sat down and discussed it. And he said to me, you don't know how close we are to closing our doors. If Justin Sun didn't come on board with this, we would have gone. It was over. This is the only path forward for DLive. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that. And he said, I'm not like, this is the CEO of the thing wants the thing to survive. He recognized that streamers were, and it wasn't just me who was upset. There was many people that were worried about it. He recognized it, and he came out and he satiated me, right? He got me to sit back down and say, no, I trust in this. And therefore I engaged and left my stakes on the site, left them vested into the contract. They said, if you stake through the transfer from Lino to BTT, you get an extra 13% or something. So I'm leaving them there as long as possible. there was a D-Day coming up, whatever the date was, and then all of a sudden everything gets converted to BTT and you can then stake them again into the new contract, blah, blah, blah. All that's cool. Everything's fine. That all happened. We go into a new era of DLive, one that's backed by an actual cryptocurrency, BTT. The token was doing pretty well up and down. It has its all-time highs, all-time lows. It's trading like tokens do. We're still earning this thing. I'm still staking it. Everything's going well. And at that point, round about $25,000 was my net worth from streaming from DLive. About 25K was where I was looking approximately. If you cashed everything out, it would have been about 25 grand. That's from April 2019 to, I guess the BTT takeover was 2020 or 2021. I can't remember the specific, but there is gonna be needing a date coming up soon. We're gonna need to know a date soon, but not in regards to this. I'll get into that in a second. But yo, H-Man, how you doing, man? I know I've been yapping because my coffee's already cold. Usually I can't drink it; it's too hot. How long ago did I go? I got about 20 minutes. I've been This is important, right? This is the end of an era here, folks. Big time, big DLive, D-Day DLive era death. I want to get all this out, and then we don't have to ever talk about it again. But we know we will because you know what I'm like. I'm never talking about that again, and then I'll talk about it. You can guarantee I'll talk about this again, but not for a long while anyway. So let me just have a quick sip here, and then we'll get back into it. Hey, that camera's not working. Fine, I'm going to turn you off then. Oh, wow. Didn't even beep. Normally the GoPro goes beep, 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 beep. Did that? It didn't even turn off. Okay. Remind me not to use that camera. Oh, that's something. Anyway, so BTT had okay, so the transfer to BTT had taken place. Site was rolling along. It was a little rocky, a little this and that. There were other changes to the site. You know, the chest had changed, and this mechanism of rewarding viewers was changing. And the DLive does not and will not ever take a cut from streamers. Of course, they did. They will. They are. They did. Everything changed, right, with the BTT. But in many senses, the thing was still going the way kind of that it was in the beginning. It was nowhere near as good. The door had closed on those, just dare I say it again, the golden era. That door had shut, but it was still good. It was still there was issues obviously, but it was still good. And then at some point, Justin Sun decided to redenominate the token BTT. Now, what does that mean? It means that there's too much circulating supply of this thing. And so to redenominate is to revalue the token. And he decided to create another token during this period and split them kind of, not down the middle, but split them up. So he wanted to create a new token, oddly enough, called BTT. So the exact same name. So to do that, he had to rename the old token, and that old token became BTT old, and the new one just became BTT, to make it very clear what they were. BTT old and BTT. Now, because DLive was functioning and operating on BTT on the Tron network, the contracts that were in the back end, the smart contracts that were playing in the back end for you to stake your BTT, had to be updated to accommodate BTT old, as our token that we were earning is now the old token, and the new one that we're going to be earning is called BTT. Very confusing because of the nameage, but the point is the contracts had to be updated. So this is where the date is very, very interesting, because when this announcement came that BTT is going to be now BTT old and the smart contract needs to be updated, DLive did this not overnight, but they announced it, and it was already a thing. So like this, just to put this into perspective, I, like many others, had staked our BTT into the system, into the contract, and we're off there streaming, doing our thing. Then all of a sudden, an announcement came out that the thing that you've staked into is now going to be changed. So there's going to be a period of time when you can't do anything. And that period starts now. And I'm struggling to remember this, and the reason the date's important is because I can't find this announcement. They've either taken it down or it never happened. This definitely happened. My point is, there was an announcement over here. Like, I went searching for the changes to BTT old. If you search for BTT old in the community page, watch this, BTT old, nothing even comes up. Nothing found for BTT old. Did they take this announcement down? If you search up BTT, you get this one, which we're going to tap into a little bit later. This is on September of 2022. And then before that, in 2020, changed to BTT staking reward distribution. There should be an announcement in between here where they talk about BTT old and BTT being replaced to BTT old in this gap. And how do I know those dates? Because I'm going to show you some DMs from Tidy right now that are directly related to this. So I said that I'd staked my stuff into the system. This announcement came out that the contract needs to be rewritten, and while that happens, you can't do anything. So in effect, your investment into the site, which for me was everything that I'd earned, I told you about 25K, everything that I'd earned was locked in a smart contract that DLive was rewriting. And while they were the dev team was probably Justin Sun, one of his cronies, while they were doing that, we were locked out of it. Now, this shouldn't take that long, you would think. It actually took 3 months. So in that period of time, I earned nothing from my stakes. I couldn't access my initial investment. I couldn't access anything. It was frozen for 3 months. DLive recognized this and said, we are about to roll out the new contract, and those who had staked during the old period, there will be compensation. Now, it's 2026. There has never been any compensation. So not only did they not give us rewards for those 3 months that they locked it away, they lied and said they'd compensate, and they never did. And how do I know that? I'll show you the DMs. So this is my Discord. These are DMs with Tidy. Can I make that larger? Yes, you can. Cool. So this here is this is the 9th of May, 2022. Can we get rid of the sidebar here? Go back. Doesn't matter. So this here is my TronLink wallet address. So Tidy's looking into something else, and he said, thank you, that's really odd. I'll report it because, as I said in the partner room, I can see users claiming stakes. Very strange. I said, for the 1.2 million approximately BTT I had staked, I was only missing out on about $1 in rewards, $1 USD every day, but do that over 3 months, right? If I was able to stake out, I would have shifted that BTT elsewhere until the new contract was up and running, hence my inquiry about compensation. He said, yeah, I will see what I can do. I said, cheers. This is, again, these dates are important. Why are these dates important? Because like I showed you over here, not there, like I showed you here, these dates here, December 15, 2020, changes to BTT staking rewards, and then jump forward to September 4, 2022, that actually ended the entire staking operation. So like I said, in between these two, there should have been something about the BTT old and BTT new. They never, and look, you might say you're searching for the wrong item here. I searched for everything, dude. Staking. Again, same thing. December 15, 2020, September 4, 2022. They took what this announcement came out, right? We all knew it. We all saw it. That's been removed. So if we go back to the Discord here, on May 5th, Tidy says, yeah, I'll see what I can do. I said, cheers. So then it goes forward to the 23rd of May, 2022. Any update on this and staking in general, Tidy? So I wanted to know about the new contract. By the way, we've got a correspondence here, right? We've got a correspondence between Tidy and I. And then all of a sudden, nothing. So from the 23rd of the 5th to the 2nd of the 6th, I have to say again, any updates, Tidy? 2nd of the 6th, still waiting for finance to launch the new contract. Right now, the new staking page is live, but it's not currently working. Then through to the 3rd of June. What about compensation for the 3 months of no returns yet locked BTT? On the 10th of June, Tidy says, hey, dude, can you confirm your wallet address? I'm looking into why your payment is showing as failed, and it looks like there was either an error in the API or the wallet address is incorrect. Well, it wasn't. I'll get it resolved. So he's not talking about compensation there. He's talking about just rewards from state. He's talking about the payouts from the closing of, what is he talking about? Actually, I can't recall what he's talking about there. It's not, I know that sounds like he's talking about payment, but he's not talking about what we're discussing here in terms of the compensation. I've changed. Oh no, that's okay. So what I've done, so I've requested a payout. That's right. So you guys, I can't remember who it was in the chat, but you guys got me really frightened. Someone came in and said, dude, get your fucking money off that site. It's all about to go belly up. And was it Netsky's? I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, dude, it's Justin's son. Get out. Get out. You're going to lose it, man. I had like 25K at that point, maybe even a bit more. And it's like, get out. So I did take some out. And there's my TronLink wallet again. He said, hey, dude, that should all be done for you. I said, thanks, I can confirm. Okay, so then he says, awesome. Thank you for your patience and understanding about all this. Noob, he's talking about Fat-Headed Noob, another staff member, often gets such a hard time, and I wanted to let you know that every single day he is requesting more information about payouts, timescales, issues. He's working incredibly hard for everyone on DLive. I said, I think we all need that info, particularly partners. Without clarity, things get clouded. There has been a huge move towards silence from DLive towards streamers. Here's hoping that can change back to how it once was. Tidy agrees. Yeah, absolutely. There are a lot of things we were unable to discuss, which is why Noob was unable to share what I did. However, I know how important releasing information to stop the spread of misinformation, and going forward, we'll always try to address things clearly or even acknowledge them to ensure everybody is on the same page. So I said this. I thought this was my golden opportunity, right? This was he just said that he wants to be as forthcoming and open with everything, because that's how you can avoid any misinformation. So I say, so that is great to hear. With that in mind, what is the latest on the frozen BTT? Will there be compensation for the over 3 months of lost stake rewards when staking is open? That's on the 11th of June, 2022. 14th of June? Question mark. Tidy? 15th of June. Any word on this, Tidy? 15th of June. 17th of June. Anything? 17th of June. No news as yet. Sorry, dude. 18th of June. Wow, this is nearing on 4 months. Pretty disappointing. 18th of June. Another month gone by. Any updates on staking? Any word on compensation since the 8th of March? 5th of September, 2022. Tidy, what is happening with regard to compensation since 8th of March for BTT staking? 6th of September. Tidy. 7th of September. Tidy, can you confirm compensation is coming? I'm unsure whether to unstake or not, considering the gas fee for both transactions. 8th of September. Tidy. 30th of September. Tidy, can you investigate why I was booted from the DLive Discord? Now, this is where it gets... Okay, so this is where it happened. So between the 8th of September and the 30th of September, I realized I'm not getting any more responses from Tidy, the head of the community on DLive. One-on-one conversation with a verified partner representing the platform, asking where the money that they stole is and when it's coming back to me. He just went cold. So then I start asking in the Discord, hey guys, I know I'm not the only one requesting this, but where's the compensation for the staking that was held for 3 months? Please let us know. Tidy's not answering me. No one would answer. I kept posting it again. They banned me. They banned me from the Discord for asking where my money is from the stake that I invested into the platform that they held for 3 months without any rewards and without me being able to access it. They booted me. Now, why is that interesting? Because one of the rewards, or one of the benefits you get from being a partner, from grinding for so long on the site, like I did from the moment I saw that PewDiePie video and became inspired, one of the benefits of going through those mechanisms is that you get access to the Discord and a partner Discord where you can freely communicate. Now, I was communicating in both the partner Discord and the public-facing Discord. In the partner Discord, no one was answering me. No one. The only thing that was going on in that partner Discord was this fucking awful Pineapple and Pete. Oh no, that was in the public one. This stupid just discussions about inane nothing. Like, I asked multiple times, and there was one other streamer. Who was his name? There was one other streamer that was saying, yeah, man, I'd like to know that too. The rest of it, from partners, was like abusing me, saying, "Stop asking about that. They're not responding." And I'm like, "It's my money, dude. Why can't I ask about what they did with my money? Like, if it was your money, like, am I the only one that invested back into the site? Did you guys not believe it? Because I took everything, invested it into the site and locked it, and then they took it. And I'm not allowed to ask about that? Are you fucking kidding me?" And then my own partners, my own team of partners were heckling me. So I go across to the public facing and say, "These are the questions I've been asking. No one seems to be answering in the partner Discord. Can someone please respond? Tidy's no longer responding to me." They fucking banned me. They booted me. I got booted. And they didn't take my partner badge away. They just booted me from the Discord. So I couldn't communicate with anybody. I couldn't use the reward that I'd worked so hard to get. And they stole my money. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what kind of a site does that? Like, from a site that was so good, like from that PewDiePie video where it was such a beautiful, unique, new way of doing things, to what they ended up doing, it's horrible. And there were still people like beating them off, like, "Oh, DLive is DLove, all this beautiful." I'm like, are you not seeing what's going on here? They literally stole from me. And I'm not the only one. But yet when I bring it up, they won't discuss it. They'll tell me about good morning coffee and who likes pineapple on pizza. But if you ask anything genuine, anything like serious, you just get met with nothing. And then if you ask it again, they ban you. Unbelievable, man. You think I'm making this up? Look, these are the messages. You can't delete a Discord message. Like, I can't go in and just delete a single message here. These are all just flat out no response. Flat out no response from the man who's representing, this is Tidy, right? The man who represents the community, or did, on DLive. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain that any better, but you tell me today that DLive is over. It's no surprise, right? Like this announcement of DLive closing shouldn't come as a surprise. It was such a good thing at the start. And from that gigantic like launch of like, and I said I wasn't even there at the start, but from that PewDiePie precipice, it just went down, 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 down to the point where they outright stole. And if I understand correctly, let's find this out. Let's take a look at this. Oh, but by the way, what else happened just before we get to Cab 7 Ben? I told you about trying to find this announcement. What did come in September of that year, or 2 years later, sorry, 2022, this one, BTT staking to end. So the whole concept is now over. Look at this. As of September 15, 2022, we'll be deactivating the BTT staking system on DLive. Over the past 3 years, we distributed over 4 billion BTT tokens, an average total of $1.4 million to BTT stakeholders. It's a substantial amount of money, right? Like, and I have some of that, not physically, but somewhere in some contract, I've got it. As our platform grows, we felt that staking is no longer unique to DLive, which is true. Other sites came up and also did it. And we want to dedicate our development into new upcoming features that will reward the entire community. Well, that was 2022. I don't know what they were talking about because nothing came. Like, to reward the community, nothing came from that. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. What were those upcoming unique features that will reward the entire community? There weren't any. So I wanted to now take a quick look at this clip from Cab 7 Ben. Now, I told you I was a verified partner, the second top tier. Cab 7 Ben is a global partner. He's grinding. He's grounded for so long that he became top tier of DLive, right? Now, listen to what he's got to say here. Apologies while I kiss this guy. Oh, Brave's not turned on because I'm streaming. Let me just turn on Brave. I don't have Brave switched on. We could watch it. You know what? I'll just watch it in a different browser. This is the simplest way to do this. I'll just grab this out. Can I just grab it? Can I just grab it? I'll just turn it on. It's just too easy. So we got Brave browser.
So for
Yeah,
anyone,
so we got audio there. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm just going to play this. We'll make this full screen. So this is a global partner talking about DLive's payments.
DLive, for the people that don't know, DLive is being audited right now. So for the people that are put in for pay, I don't know if you're going to get it or not. I haven't. They told me that they were being audited. That's why payments are late.
So why would
So for anyone else that it falls in that category, if you were trying to cash out, this is the reason why you're not getting paid.
why would an audit cause payments to not be able to be? Why would an audit cause payments to not go through? If you're being audited, look at this. Seriously, I'm just going to let this Z's nuts. Are you talking to me, Z's nuts? You can have a little mute skis. Hi, Res. DLive owes me 110. I haven't been paid since February 13. So when a company gets audited, does that stop payments from going out? I don't think that stops payments. Just want to hear, just watch how emotional this gets, Cabsy. I'm going to play it again. I'm not going to say anything. Just watch.
DLive, for the people that don't know, DLive is being audited right now. So for the people that are put in for pay, I don't know if you're going to get it or not. I haven't. They told me that they were being audited. That's why payments are late. So for anyone else that it falls in that category, if you were trying to cash out, this is the reason why you're not getting paid. And I'm taking this really fucking hard. Fucking A. I am. I'm just taking this really fucking hard. DLive, for the people that don't know,
So that's hard to watch, right? Like like not everyone's financial situations are the same. Obviously, Kabsky banks on that money, right? He needs that money. He's earned it. He needs it, and they're not paying him. Now, with DLive closing shop at the end of April, is he going to get paid at all? Will he get paid? Will anyone get paid? I don't understand why auditing stops payments from going. But that sounds like he's in a position where he needs that money to survive, and he's been using the money from streaming to get by, and all of a sudden DLive's just said, no, we're not doing it. So the work's been done, but the payment's not coming. That's horrible, man. I really feel for you, Kabskis. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the site as it rolls here. Just because the announcements happened, let's take a look at the site and see if, I mean, I'm on the wheel still. That's crazy. Let's refresh our trousers. I'm not signed in here, so I'm just going to go through like I'm just a viewer coming onto the platform. So the wheel has got, Kabsky's a final farewell. All good things comes to an end. You kidding me? Immortal AI gives a minute. Patriot Soapbox News is on the wheel. You can keep watching on Rumble. Yeah. Who's donating and following me on DLive? Anik Spider. Yo, Anik Spider. I wonder if they're talking about DLive here or if it's not. They're just streaming a banner? They're just streaming a banner. That's not even... Wow. Okay, so they're not really doing anything, but they're just saying, get the hell out of there. And DLive is promoting that? That's on the wheel? Okay, fair enough. Let's see what Kabsky's up to. Is Kabsky's discussing this? He's not saying anything? Oh, wait, I turned off Brave again. You idiot. Okay. He's rocking out. He's rocking out. So let me go to the chat now and let me see what you guys have to say about this, because that's my experience. And by the way, there are things we've got to do. I guess we don't have to do them right now. It's the 9th of April. We've got till the end of the month, but yeah, there are things that we need to do, like take off. I've got a little bit of money left on there and we've got lemons and whatever to get rid of, but let's see what the chat's been saying. So I'll scroll back up as far as I can here just to see. Let me scroll back up to the top. Oh, my chat can go my chat goes all the way back to the very top. That's pretty rad. Daleski Ransom in it. High Res in the house. The Flat Earth. Wheel Hype. In all fairness, there was some good with DLive. Absolutely, Dale. Absolutely, man. And look, man, if I open up my crypto wallet, dude, all of my crypto earnings, I mean, I'm not even going to tell you, but I'm very happy with what I have from crypto in terms of the starting place was DLive for me. Okay, PewDiePie, yup. Your stake your Hex for 5555. Trust us, it'll pay off. Oh, Hex, you're talking about Hex? I didn't even mention the Hexicans because they were a big part of DLive as well. 50K was part of his contract, not out of his pocket. Right. Keystone Cops. Remember Validators? Cinch. Absolutely. I liked Boomer. Yeah, Boomer was cool. Hendrik, what's the go? DLive done for? Yeah, dude. DLive is done, man. It is over. Outdoors Woman, I felt DLive was going down. Yep, we all did for years. Now, Joker tried claiming he was the genius who called it. 100% bullshit. That dude's pathetic. Yeah. I mean, if Joker's claiming that he called DLive being over, then he's basically saying he's basically sort of acknowledging that he's no better than anybody else because everybody called it. Like anybody who's anybody. You know what's interesting? Aside from the last, say, month or so, with Scoobs coming in and you got like there's been a push towards, funnily enough, to get me to go back to DLive. And that little kind of sidekick gave me enough momentous to go and just have a look at the site, see what's cracking over there. So I did, but it didn't impress me much. You mentioned him too much, Dale. You mentioned Joker too much. He mentions me. I merely defend myself. Silence is stronger. There is a difference. By the way, okay, for those who do have access to the Discord, how has the Discord taken this information? Like, is it still pineapple on pizzas and good morning coffee, or is there tiers? And are there people like, is the general vibe, oh man, this blows? And will the Discord be closed at the end of April? Because where's everyone going to go for good morning coffee? You guys are chatting about Joker. I staked BTT and made some money. Yeah, me too. Davo, hey Gibbs. Hey Davo, how you doing? G'day, High Res. Charles Wayne was a good man. Fact, truth. Oh, that's a new sticker. Truth matters. I like that, dude. Charles was honest. The irony is that we are chatting on DLive. Yeah. Not irony on purpose. True. Yeah. Fuck you, Dale. Oh, Hendrix. Dude, coming out swinging. No, thanks. You're not my type. Oh, man, Hendrik. Dude, okay. Okay. DK's in the house. I was waiting for that. Simple arguments, simple minds. Okay, several of us told you that, Bannon, Elf, and myself for sure. Yeah, you're referring to like Get Out now. Yeah. There was a big, because the value of what I had was around about, by the time I cashed it all out, it was about 38,000. I remember I bought Bitcoin. The Bitcoin was 44,000, and I bought 38,000 of it, and some other coins as well. But I remember I came away from all told, when I got everything out, I left a million BTT on the platform. When I came out of it, I had just under $40,000 worth of Bitcoin, which to me, let me be honest, when Bitcoin went to 128,000, thank you so much, DLive, you know? That all came from DLive. It's getting warm in here. It's a hot day today, 28 degrees Celsius. Tardy's a human. He took on too much and it broke him. That was sad and unfortunate. We don't, like, Dale, I mean, to be completely honest, I think the way he responded to that was horrible. I think he should have just been upfront saying, dude, this is out of my hands. I can't help you with this. Instead, he just left me on red. I think that's horrible. That's worse. And I know some people go through I feel like you know him maybe on a personal level. I don't know if you know him IRL, but you know him. Well, you've never said this, but I speculate that you had something to do with DLive at the back end, you know, some kind of role at DLive. Maybe once it's all closed, you can tell us. But either way, as a streamer who accumulated through the ranks and then had this direct connection to the platform via a one-on-one chat with the CEO, I felt like the behavior that Tidy showcased wasn't very, what's the word? It wasn't very reassuring that things were good. And him going quiet and just leaving me on red told me that either he can't talk, he won't talk, or he might not even be there. He might even be gone. I mean, when those community streams ended, the whole community just went, whatevs. I mean, we had people, let's not forget, there were people like Crazy K-Man that were saying, DLive is my home, I'm never leaving. Who do you think we saw on Kick? Crazy K-Man. Crazy Keith, right? He's like, I'm never leaving DLive, I'm going down with the ship. And then we saw him on Kick streaming. I'm like, what are you doing on Kick, man? I'm just checking it out. No, you're not. You don't believe it either. But you won't say it. That's the thing. At least I had the balls to say what was going down. You had all these lip service. Oh, no, man, it's all good. It's all good. Bullshit. Why? If it's all good, why are you on Kick? The Gibbs ban from the Discord, that was idiotic. I'd say that was epic more than idiotic. As a taxpayer, are you asking where that money goes? I mean, I know where it went. It went into Justin Sun's pocket. You're on the wheel. Thanks, Jakeskis. D-Dead. DLive. I like that. He's been on the wheel nearly this whole stream. Do you know why that is, though? It's because no one else is fucking there. There's no one else there, man. They'll give it to anybody. Dude, if they'll give that slot to a duck farm, let me say that again. If they give that slot to a duck farm, CCTV of ducks in the fucking pond, they'll give it to anyone. Anyone can get on the wheel if a duck farm can get on the wheel. He now works for Kick. I am aware that Tidy is working for Kick. I'm aware of that. TK is promoting his website. Yeah, too much hate, not enough love. Self-promotion in chat, pathetic. Yeah, well, we're going to talk, I guess we're going to talk about where people are going to go, right? I mean, Z's nuts. Oh, snap. I banned you, dude, or I muted you anyway. You're a because you, are you really calling me gay? I mean, of the last year, are you sure you want to level me as being gay? If you know anything about my content for the last 12 months, you'll know I'm not gay. But there you are in my chat. Do I have to ban you for that? What an idiot. An audit causes a temporary pause. Is that right? I just followed now because of a Ween post. Yo, Rackledge. How you doing, Rackledge? On YouTube. Thanks, man. I'll go nuts about all that shit. I love Ween. And I forget how much they rock. Ween is the greatest band on the planet. Tron got fined. Justin and the intermediary company got no punishment. Right. The Tron network copped the fine. I came in at a cry moment. No, it's all good. DK. I'm curious if they'll pay high res. Yeah, like, so I'll just get to the bottom of the chat first. Ben and DLive could have gone poof 404. I've seen that happen. Well, what will happen with the website? Will it be a 404? You're a kind person to refresh our trousers. Thank you. I've been calling DLive and Justin signing out since Justin took over DLive. No one wanted to give me a thumbs up, and here we are. But I get muted. You called me you called me an F slur, dude. You fucking idiot. Do I have to point that out? Really? I mean, this is fitting that we're getting trolled on the last day on DLive, right? Come on, man. But I get muted. You got muted because you called me a bundle of sticks tied together with a string. That's a faggot, by the way, folks. Search it up. It's a bundle of sticks tied together with a string. I'm glad you mentioned the good, Ben. In fairness, exactly, dude. Exactly. Joker has always been a joker. DLive Discord's been blowing up for a change. Has it really? Maybe you should check in sometime. I've not looked at the Discord in years. I'm going to hard on Dale. If you buy $1 Bitcoin on Cash App, they give you $10 in Bitcoin. That sounds like a scam. No good deed goes unpunished, as they say. What I get for being kind of helping. I did 2 Cash App Bitcoin promos last 2 weeks, made $20 cash. Okay. I agree. Dale Tidy was involved more than he could handle. Blue skis, blue-eyed diva. I was here nearly at the start, and I'll go down with this ship. You're going down on the ship or with the ship? That's a different, if you choose a different word there. I am a duck farm. Holy snapping duck shit. What other platform are you on? This chat is weird to try to follow. I'm on all the platforms. All of them. Wiener the best. I guess I stayed with all the lives down on Twitch. DLive to the moon. DLive to the moon. Leo, how you doing, man? DLive to the moon. Who are you? Dude, I'm just going to, you know what? I was going to ban Z's nuts, but I don't give a shit. Dude, you don't get banned because this whole site's getting banned in like 12 days anyway. So go ahead. Just go and do what you want on the DLive. I don't give a shit. Suck your bullcocks. Go on, man. Should I go live on DLive? You might as well. Yo, Flowski's in the house. How you doing, Flowski?
I just want to tell you how.
I just want to tell you how it feels. Is GP under your desk, Gives? No, she's not today. You should never put American whiskey on your lips again. But I like American whiskey. So I'm up to speed with the chat, but does anybody want to come on for a call? I mean, hell, why not, right? You want to have a call? You want to call in? Suck a ween stream. That's interesting trolling. You got anything better than that if that's what you're going to do? Yo, Cabski, Cab, how you doing, man? We watched your Twitter, your little clip there. You still haven't been paid from DLive? Cabski, let me ask you something. Are you going to continue streaming like somewhere else, or has this change or this announcement from DLive, has that killed your streaming? Are you going to give up? Because I don't know if you feel this way, but when I got booted from the Discord and I started streaming elsewhere, I felt really lame because I'd already built a community and I already enjoyed the aspects of the DLive site and climbing through the ladders and the ropes and getting all that, and then I had to go and do it all again. It doesn't. Yeah. It's a great ride with you, Gives. You're a great guy. Thanks, Davo. Thank you, man. I'd call in, but I'll get harassed like a mofo. Okay. Just bring me up, Gives. Bring me up, Gives. Do you want to call in, Kapski? Is that what you're saying? If Kabsky calls in, I will as well. Why not? Am I missing something? Are you already on Discord or something? A panel. Okay, cool. So in that case, let's do this. Yeah, it'd be good to hear your thoughts, man. Let me just do a few setting changes. So you're not, I don't think you're in my Discord. Oh, you know what? This might not work. I haven't set this up since I got my new machine. Fuck, I should have done this myself. I'll just leave it all default, but I haven't set this up since I bought my new machine, and I don't know how this is going to work. Okay. I'm on Discord. Yeah, I'll need to give you my room to come into, Kabski's just, but I can't. This is the only thing that I haven't set up. I'll just check it and see how it works. Give me a second here. Camera turned on. It's a bit late for you. High res, no worries, man. Okay, camera turned on. It's going to be backwards though. Input. It's the wrong microphone. I wonder. Okay, I might have got it already done, but I just wonder. How do I pop this out again? When did we last do a call in? I had to go and buy a new machine and ruin it all. Actually, I haven't tested this yet, but let me pop this out. More options. Can I just pop this out here? Share your screen? No, just pop it out. Been a while since we did a panel. Yeah, I mean, I did a panel with Dale, not with a few people, not that long ago. I just can't seem to find where is the pop out Discord. Why can't I pop this out? Open chat. No, that's the chat. Unsurprisingly, that's not what I needed. Edit channel. Brave, refresh your trousers. There is a pop out chat, share your screen. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry about this, man. Look, it's killing me. If anyone knows where to pop out a call-in channel, I thought it was a window menu. I'm just going to put it over here. On the Discord, right-click, then go invite people, then copy the link. Yeah. I know that, but I just want to pop this out into a new window. I know how to bring someone in, but I'm just got to pop it out first. There it is, dude. You idiot. As unsurprisingly, it was called Pop It Out. Okay, so I'm going to invite you in. I pop it out. Can't you just do an OBS window capture? Yeah, but you pop it all out onto one window so that you just get the, I'll show you. So you just get that. So that's now popped out onto the one window. I sent you a friend request. Thanks. Oh, I got you there. I got you there, man. Okay, Cabskis. Here is the jump in there. So someone's already in there. DK? Is that DK Conspiracy? You can hold Alt and crop any window capture screen on OBS. Okay, I see a few people joining us. It's Dale. Oh, are you guys hearing? I'm not hearing anything here. Now that could be at my end because I haven't set this up properly, but I'll just have to mess around with some audio settings. And I see Cabski's there as well. Let me just double check. I really should have Discord send. Okay, let me just double check this. For those that are in the Discord, can you hear me? I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Okay, so we can't hear you guys yet, so let me work on why that might be. Okay, I see you there, Cabski, but I can't hear you just yet. Just give me a second. This is one thing that I haven't set up yet on my new system. Why can't I hear? User settings. Speaker. Oh, it's on that. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, that's it.
Gives a minute. Dude, what's your actual name? I'm sorry, dude. I hate saying like your screen name sometimes. See, mine's easy enough. You can just call me DK. I don't know what to call you that's a shortened name.
His name is... I mean? If you'll shut the fuck up, I'll tell you. His name is Benon.
Yo, I'm here now, and I can hear you guys.
It's even worse. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Gibbs. Fuck it.
Okay, can we if we're gonna do this, we gotta have some kind of authority figure here. I really want to hear DK. Did you have something you wanted to say here before we get into Cabski's situation?
Yeah, about which thing? Like, quite a few topics were covered. Like
the big one.
Which one would you want to like discuss?
Look, maybe we can talk to you in a little while if you want to hang around and watch. We'll have you.
All I'm thinking is like I could cover all of them. Which one do you want to do first?
Well, we're talking about DLive closing, so that's kind of what we're here for.
And that's what I'm trying to do my best, especially seeing as you actually stream on my website as well.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Well, mine and Immortal Owls. I fully acknowledge it's both of ours. It's
hey,
actually,
how you doing?
dude, this is an actual registered website as a partnership where people are allowed to stream. And yes, Gibbs streams there himself already.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, I honestly thank you so much. Like,
hey, Cab, how you doing?
I mean, even if we disagree about things, it's like what you're actually doing
DK
is can a lot more than you realize.
DK,
can we focus on something besides self-promotion, please?
Yeah. Can we just?
Cab, by the way, Cab, sorry about the other day with the Zoom call. It kept messing me up. Kept messing up. The Zoom call kept messing up for me because I'm on a piece of garbage tablet.
Okay. Can we all now just give the floor to Kabskis? I want to talk to him directly about that tweet that came out from yourself, or there was at least a clipping of part of your stream where you said you haven't been paid from DLive. Can you walk us through what's going on there?
Well, that wasn't that video I was surprised by. I was actually shocked by it. That was not supposed to be put out.
So that's a clip from one of your streams?
That was a clip from my stream, but I did not expect that person or anyone to get a clip of that and put that out on the internet. I did not expect that to happen. It was supposed to be right there on DLive.
Okay.
But someone took authority over that and put it out there on Twitter, and then I found out about it, and I went, oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Because I've already had people coming to me saying, Cab, all you're interested in is the money. It's like, did you not listen to the clip? Because I give away everything. So how would I be interested in anything? But it really got out of hand.
Yeah. Are you
have you seen the deep fakes made about me and shit?
Hey, DK, can I just ask you just to like lay low for a moment? We're just going to talk to Cab. I don't know, Cab, you just finished your stream, so you might not want to be online for too much longer, right? Like,
oh, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, you're good. Okay. So you're.
Let me go to DLive. Okay then.
All right. So you're
Oh no, just so I can I'll interact with the chat. I won't talk here. I'll mute myself here.
Okay, cool. That'd be great. So Kabski, so the news that's just come out about DLive ending. So those tears that you had there were from that news, or were they from the payment issue?
Yeah, that we've done several live streams now about the ending of DLive in our communities. You know, we're really affected by this. Okay, I've been here for 6.5 years.
Yep.
And so I said, we need to do live streams so we can figure out where we're going to go next. Because that's what we did over at YouTube. A group of 40 of us got together and we wanted to figure out where we can go next, and DLive was that place. That's how we ended up here. Now, when it comes to the pay part, I'll be honest with you, DLive has been real bad at payments. Okay? Let me tell you, they say 14 to 21 days, okay, which does not include the weekends and holidays. So people think that in 14 days you're going to get paid, or 21. No, that's not true. Add the weekends in there, plus the holidays, and then you'll get paid. And then it's usually 5 days after that, because they'll send you an...
Can I ask you roughly how much you were getting paid by?
Oh, come on, man. You don't have to ask that, dude.
No, I'm not even being smart. No, I want to know.
Yeah, but that's the something that you don't ask, dude.
Roughly were you getting paid? No, because I never got paid a cent.
But hang on a second, man.
I get paid more on right now.
You don't ask someone how much.
Never paid me a cent,
dude. It doesn't. If Kabski can tell you what he wants. You don't ask someone what they get paid.
For fucking years as well, but we had a falling out. Stop being silly.
Oh my God.
Not like I don't know him.
Dude.
I'm actually asking, how much were you actually getting paid by them? Because DLive shafted me completely.
I'm gonna mute you, man. Hey, like that. You're going too far here, man.
That's a legitimate question.
Some people just cannot control their impulses.
Yeah, muted. Yeah. So, okay. So back to what we were saying.
What I was saying was, the 14 to 21 days, and then you got to add in plus those 14, 21. Weekends and the holidays, okay? So it makes the time period longer. So you never do get paid 14 to 21 days, okay? And I've had several paychecks over the years. This time, I'm on day number 38, okay? Day number 38. Normally I get paid within day number 30, 31, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't get paid on a regular basis when I need it, okay? Which isn't often, but when I need it. So I wrote them and I said, listen, once again, I find myself writing you, wondering where is the pay? And it's always minimal, very minimal, and they don't give you any information. It's information that you already know yourself. So that really kind of upset me. So I waited for a week, and I wrote them the 7th, which was, 2 days ago now. And I said, listen, it's been another week. Where's the pay? And they said, we're doing an internal investigate or an internal audit.
Okay.
So there's an internal audit going on DLive, and they said that's the reason why the payments are late.
An internal audit. So someone within the company.
Can I interject for a second?
Go ahead, Dale.
Just real briefly. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but my understanding is doing an audit is sort of similar to like a business doing an inventory, where they're going through and checking all the stuff they have on stock. And there's a period when that occurs. And again, this is just my understanding. I could be wrong. But there's a period when that occurs where everything is kind of frozen, because you can't do a valid audit or inventory with stuff coming in and out.
It's true. Yep.
So it could be that. No, shut up again.
If stock on hand changes when you're audit, when you're
right.
yeah, stock take. Yep, makes sense.
So when they wrote me that email, I figured, okay, now I understand. So now it's the sit and wait, but we got until the 30th. So what does that mean? Will people actually get paid?
End of the month, yeah, yeah.
Or will they not get paid? You know, that's kind of like.
Well, another interesting point here is, okay, so remember back when DLive was on the Lino blockchain and it transitioned over to the BTT Tron network, okay, and there was a lot of speculation at the time, are we going to get our money? And my understanding is that everybody wound up getting paid primarily because Charles Wayne insisted on that.
Ooh. So without him stepping in, you saying that wouldn't have happened?
I'm just telling you what I've heard.
Wow.
I don't know that for a fact, but
that's hard to hear, because it was a substantial amount of money in my case. Yeah, I would hate to.
You did get paid. You did get paid though, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, so there you go. My fundamental point here is I've seen platforms just go 404 and all your money and everything is just gone.
Yeah.
So be grateful for at least this. You know, they gave us a month to deal with it. You know?
True. Kabsky, did you get any kind of correspondence aside from the public correspondence? Because I'm a partner, but I didn't get any.
Okay, the only thing I've heard about is Discord, and I'm not going to get into Discord because I heard that's nothing but a clusterfuck anyway.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the conversations that are happening over there. And we just been talking on my own stream about DLive, you know.
But no one from DLive headquarters reached out to you and said, hey, you're a global partner. This information's about to come out. We thought you might want to know first so you can disseminate it amongst your community.
Can I share something with you? Gives a minute on that global partner shit.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously, brother. Back in the day, it really meant something.
Yeah.
Okay, back in the day, it did. And since then, it's just kind of went downhill. I forget that I'm even a global partner. I liken myself to anybody else that comes here, the new person to the one that's an OG, okay? Global partner doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it does not mean anything. Oh, do I get bells and whistles before anybody else? No, I don't.
Okay. Well, there
was a time when global partner meant something.
That's what I was about to say. And there was a time when global partner actually got you more in terms of a bigger piece of the pie, like a bigger percentage.
Well, I was a part of that.
Yeah.
I was a part of that on a quarterly basis. Global partners would get 10,000 lemons.
That's right, yeah.
And it was worth $100.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of nice to get that on a quarter, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. There were benefits to this. Yo, thanks, Dugsky. The staking. By the way, can you hear that alert? You heard that you guys heard the wow, yeah?
No.
No? Okay, interesting. That's all right. Yeah, there was a time there when it was very lucrative to be a partner and to have done the hard work and got to a position where these things were benefiting you. And yeah, I know the Discord is a shit show, but that was definitely one of the benefits that you had a direct in. You could talk to people, but
Right.
You don't even know who you're talking to now. I don't know who you say you got an email from staff. Do we even know who that person is? Like I don't. Like,
Linda from DLive. That's I've got the email. I mean,
yeah.
if you want me to read it, I can read it to you.
It's up to you. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Everything's going away in a few weeks anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference, I suppose.
But at the same time, we've got some. I don't know if it is just rumor or if it's just speculation or someone made it up. But apparently, there's someone out there by the name of BuzzTech.
BuzzTech, okay.
I have never heard of this name before, but what news is going around, and I only know a little bit of it. I've heard it from a few people now, but this BuzzTech is interested in buying or purchasing DLive.
Oh. Okay.
He's wrote in an email to contact DLive, but there's been no one from DLive contacting him back. That's as much as I know.
Wow. I wonder if they're open to selling it then. If they haven't responded, it tells me that they're not looking to sell it. But then if someone offers them, why would they decline that if they're going to just close up anyway?
Okay, now here's the thing. What if so there are situations where a business racks up a lot of debt, and if somebody else acquires the company, they're responsible for the debt.
Ah, true that, yeah.
I don't know if that's the case here, but I'm just...
But Justin Sun is still at the helm here, right? So he's loaded. Like, surely he can take a piece of the crypto out of the other crypto and add it to this crypto, and bam, you're back to square one again.
Well, clearly he's chosen not to do that.
Didn't he pay $12 million to go and have lunch with Bezos or something? I mean, surely he could inject a cool mill into DLive to keep it rolling. I don't know.
Oh, well, I think you should contact him and tell him what to do with his money. I'm being a smartass.
Well, let me just say this. I know I'm not getting a call from Justin Sun like I did with Charles Wayne. That ain't happening.
Well, you know what? Be grateful.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because that would be a horrible call.
You know who Charles Wayne is?
Charles Wayne was the CEO before Justin Sun.
Ben, you don't know who Charles Wayne is?
No, I don't know who.
Holy shit!
I don't know that upper echelon stuff. I hang out with people that don't know shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so do I. And the point of it was that I was spitting off on a stream one time about this Justin Sun guy coming in and taking over DLive, and Charles Wayne was watching, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, I want to set your mind at ease. Can we have a call?" So he was the dude, like the guy that was running everything, and he said, "I want you to be okay with this." So, which is pretty rare.
Let me remind you of something there. Gives a minute.
Yeah.
I paid a compliment to you. This was the last time we did a live stream together. It was just you and me.
Yep.
And I still mean that same compliment back then as I do right now. I told everybody that was watching that particular live stream, if there was anyone to take the helm of Tidy, it would be you.
I remember you saying
we remember that. We remember that.
You were very much so involved with this place, and you really had a belief in this place, okay?
Yeah.
So goal-oriented. You had me inspired. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe Gizmo can take the place of
Tidy.
What's his face?
Yeah.
Tidy. Yes.
And that was after you had already been banned from the DLive Discord, which I thought was hilarious.
Well, I
remember that. Yeah.
I can tell you now, I never had anybody reach out to me to offer anything. No, there was never anything, no discussion, nothing like that.
You're so blind to you, brother. You are the voice of DLive.
Well,
you were at the time. You really believed in this place, man.
Yeah. I mean, look. The word on the street was that they gave PewDiePie $1 million to come and stream for 12 months.
Yeah.
He really changed things just on that the video that. Here's the motherfucking T video that he put 2 minutes at the front talking about DLive. He changed the idea of streaming for me. I was like, there's a platform out there that rewards the viewers and rewards the creator. Like, you think about YouTube. When you go to search up a video on YouTube, what's the reward you get? You get the learn from whatever the video is. If you're watching a tutorial or you're watching a podcast, you get entertainment. On DLive, you got paid. as well as all those things. You could watch this live stream and then come away with Lino. It was I don't know why more people didn't get super stoked for that. It was so unique. And there's room now for someone else to do this and do it right. And I'm an advocate for crypto, but it doesn't have to be crypto. It just needs to be an in-app currency. It needs to be a way to reward the community. You need to incentivize community building and content creation at the same time. You can't just incentivize content creation because then there'll be no community. You'll get a website that pops up, there'll be no one watching it, but there'll be 30, 40 streamers trying to get, 10 viewers each. If you can incentivize those viewers that they'll want to come back over and over again and watch content and get rewarded, then you'll have a booming website. And if you get someone, a big name to start the ball, aka PewDiePie, he was the biggest name at the time, then you should have the recipes right there, all the ingredients for a phenomenal site. I don't know how they dropped the ball as hard as they did.
Okay, but you also have to have a competent staff, which DLive was always fucking Keystone Cops amateur hour, let's face it.
Yeah.
Constantly making dumb mistakes. And I'm not saying that to crap on anybody on DLive, because I was friends with a lot of these people. But if you can't do the job well, then you shouldn't be doing the job. There's a lot to it. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Well, who's that black rap artist that was here, that was promoting the place?
You're talking about
Snoop Dogg.
What's his name?
Snoop Dogg.
Pothead. Snoop
Dogg.
Yeah.
Okay, now that
I told Ben a week before that. It's like, this is gonna suck, dude. You watch it.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
What a clusterfuck that was. It really was a clusterfuck, because he came here, as far as I understood, was to brag about the casino games. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what that was all about.
There was no chat interaction.
At the same time that was going on, DLive was celebrating the female creator here, and they had a banner for the women for the whole month for the women. Well, the banner was not shown because of Snoop Dogg. So in replace of celebrate women for the month, it was celebrate Snoop Dogg, which did not do anything, I don't think, for DLive whatsoever.
Yeah.
That pissed me off and irritated me so much, because I have female friends that are creators here on DLive. They deserve that. They really did, to celebrate them. But they got the Snoop Dogg thing to come in to promote the whole website, I suppose, try to make a couple extra bucks. I think that was a flop anyway.
Is there a way then to bring in a big name and make it work? Because Snoop Dogg is a big name, PewDiePie is a big name. Is there a way to do that and actually have it benefit both him or them and the site?
Of course there's a way to do it, but you have to have people who know what the hell they're doing, who know how to run a sustainable business. You can't just be about flash and no substance. You have to make it sustainable.
Yeah.
And Ben and you and I used to talk about this years ago.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's difficult. I'm not suggesting it's easy. Okay. Don't misunderstand me. It's very difficult. Not all businesses succeed.
She's not. I can't believe that you're bringing that up.
Ben, just ignore him. Just fucking ignore it. Just ignore it.
Water under the bridge.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Wow. That's really shit right there.
Look, people are gonna make shit comments about all three of us.
Is this a hater of yours? Is it Kabsky in the chat? Do you want me to ban him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Done. Where's my mouse?
Wow.
Anybody who was there for that situation and the months afterwards knows the truth.
That was sheer hell. They really put me through hell.
And that really fucking pissed me off, by the way. But I'm just going to leave that alone.
So yeah, just sorry. Back before that happened. Back to what we were saying. Like I feel like So Dale, you said in the chat way back at the beginning that you were not in favor of the PewDiePie integration, but is there something that could have been done differently with him to make that more sustainable? Or because he was contracted for 12 months and he did the 12 months and he brought in a lot of people in, and then he never
there are ways to structure a contract, because this is something I know a little bit about, contract law. I'm not a lawyer, I'm just saying, but there are ways to structure a contract to where you can say, all right, we're going to give you X amount of money to do this, but you also have to do this, and there can be penalties for not performing properly. You have to stream a certain amount of time. You have to interact with chat, which he never did. PewDiePie never interacted with chat.
Yep.
That was a huge fail.
That's just his style, but yeah, I
none
agree.
of his army ever got involved in DLive. They were just there for him. So it was just another big mistake. The idea of it, because it became DLive blew up because of that, and that was a good idea, but it was just executed totally fucked, man. It was just wrong.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Was there someone else that would have been a better fit than PewDiePie?
Oh boy. Oh. What do you think, Ben?
All I can go by is anyone that's big on YouTube. You know, someone that's in the millions that has started from the bottom and worked themselves up to, 5, 10, 15, 20 million. To know about it. They lived the life.
Yep.
They got the experience.
So PewDiePie, he did his year and then he never mentioned DLive ever again. And if you mention DLive outside of the ecosystem, no one's ever heard of it. So it didn't even really make a dent, outside those 12 months while he was there.
It didn't stick, unfortunately.
That's it. It didn't stick, yeah. And the Snoop Dogg integration was a very unusual play, but obviously that was just before Kick kind of launched, and Kick was the crypto gambling platform, which is what Snoop Dogg was basically doing before they even had a category for that here on DLive. Oh yeah, I wonder.
That's a good point.
I wonder who
Jackie said they took DLive because he is a gamer. DLive is originally a gaming platform. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, that is correct.
Predominantly, most streaming platforms commence themselves as a gaming streaming platform, right? Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know. I've never gamed, but that's definitely seems to be how they start. I don't know. With that in mind, Kabsky, have you heard of Valora.tv, a new platform? It's popped up.
Oh, I was wondering when this was going to come up.
What's really funny about that is that there's a lot of people now knowing that DLive is shutting their doors. So all these other platforms are coming into DLive.
I saw that.
And selling themselves, and the platforms that they're on. It's really funny.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was on with Zoso Dude tonight for a couple hours. I was on his panel, and we just talked tonight and had a good conversation. And I'm thinking about pill.net.
Okay, I know the one. Yep.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's the one that's also called Foxhole, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called. I've heard it called Pilled and Foxhole. Yeah, I have some friends over there. Actually, we have some mutual friends over there. But
it's funny because like when a website goes 404 or like this, they've announced it that it's going away. They're like, if it was a bigger website, like let's say DLive disappeared during the heat. Like, let's say they pulled the pin during the PewDiePie saga. Even later during the January 8 stuff. During all that, if everybody had to leave, that would be a lot of people. But to be frank, there isn't a great deal of streamers on DLive that are now searching for somewhere else to go. Would that be right? Do you say, Kabsky, there isn't a great deal of us here anymore anyway?
I wish I knew what the population was, but I've never known.
But when you
Never
go
known
around
that.
the site, you don't see many people, like many.
Okay, we did go through, okay, one particular night. We did go through and we added up all the categories
Oh yeah,
and to see how many people were viewing. And I think it was just under 2,000. So on one particular, now on a Friday night back in the day,
yeah,
it was over 25,000, 28,000, 30,000, 32, you know. But here several months ago, we did that. And it was just right around 2,000 people. How sad is that?
yeah. That's bad. That's
On a
bad.
Friday night, bro.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
but to counter that slightly, there's something to
Okay.
be said for, you know, all right, how can I word this without getting a little choked up? Look, I've been on DLive for years, 8 years, and I've gotten to know a lot of people, some really fucking awesome people, frankly. You two men included, and a bunch of it would take too long to list all the names. And also some not so good people. You know, it just goes with the territory. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, even though it might not be a huge community or a huge group of people, they're still important. Some of these people really matter to me. Good friends. And everybody, like you said, Benon, is looking for some place to go.
Mm.
So I'm getting hit up like crazy about, well, where are we going? Where are we going? And I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell you where to go. Well, even though I want to. Bad joke. But, you know, just explore. Every time a door closes, another one opens. So this is just an opportunity to now go somewhere else. And people will naturally migrate to wherever is comfortable for them. That's
Yeah,
the best way to
totally.
put it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
You know, we went through all of the channels or all the websites out there for social media today, and I read about every single one of them in front of the people that were watching my live stream. And the worst one that had the most trolls and the most hate was Kick.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Kick had the most trolls, most hate, and when it came to the other, I don't know what you would call these kind of sites like X, that kind of style
Yeah.
online. Okay, that one was number one. X got the most hate
Yeah. Wow.
and the most trolls. Yeah, and then it was, of course, TikTok. It's interesting to read all the information about that.
Yeah.
Okay, Benon, you mentioned Valora earlier.
Yes.
So I'm aware of that site, as you know. And the if you read their about section, it's quite interesting.
I have read it, and I want to do it on stream again because it's quite a touching tale.
Yeah. So the idea is a drama-free, troll-free place. But I've mentioned to several people that's going to be extremely difficult because if you're in a relationship, two people, a marriage, whatever, there's going to be drama. There's going to be drama. And when you're talking about a community of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, if it gets big, you're going to have drama. The question is, how do you deal with it?
Yes, definitely.
Right? So
when it happens,
don't expect a drama-free place because that's never going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, at this stage, Valora.tv is in its infancy. It's got everything laid out very, very nicely. It looks good. It seems clean. You mentioned Pilled before, and in the chat, someone was talking about the other one, Vaughn. Those sites both look really dated to me already. Like they don't really look. They need a UI interface upgrade big time, but that doesn't mean that they're not. You know, they haven't got underlying, good concepts and good ideas. Valora to me just looks visually stunning, and from what I've understood of Corey and the other guys there, they seem like they've got their head screwed on. So I'm not suggesting everyone should just automatically convert to Valora and only stream there, but if you're already multi-streaming, add that to the list of outputs and just see how it feels for a little while. That's and with that in mind, beamstream.gg.
I was just going to say that.
Version 2.0, whatever that is coming. And that could be something worth keeping a close eye on as well. So
The whole multi-streaming with Beam, I think, is terrific, and the timing was ideal.
yeah.
Okay, Beam, Beam. I'm going to say no to that.
Oh yeah.
Because last night I showed Beam to everybody. I said, let's sign up for Beam. So I showed the Beam, and everyone got to see me typing in there. And they said, what country are you from? And of course, USA. So after that, then a credit card information thing came up, and I'm going, are you freaking kidding me? So there was no, and it said free. I tried clicking on the free, but that would not reply, except it would darken the credit card area.
Okay.
So in other words, you had to fill in the credit card area first before you could activate the free.
Interesting.
It costs $3.95 a month if you don't stream more than 4 hours. That's the rule over there.
Okay. That has changed.
Let's turn me off giving away credit card information. No, I'm not going to give my credit card information. No.
That's fair.
Yeah, that must be new because I don't remember that.
Yeah, we did that last night, and so I said no. That's out.
That is a shame. Yeah. So they make you give your credit card even though you're going to get to the free.
Right up front, even though it's free. Yeah.
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 In the chat, Hater said Rumble has monetization. Rumble is interesting. I multi-stream to Rumble, but they don't. There seems like there's two studios for Rumble. I can never work out where I'm streaming to. Like I'll go in and I'll add my details, and then I'll go to do a stream. And when I sign back into that, it asks me to go to another. I'm a bit confused with Rumble, to be honest.
I haven't looked at Rumble yet. I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like you should. I mean, Restream.io allows you to multi-stream to a certain number of platforms. Beamstream.gg is virtually unlimited. But if there is that glitch with the signing up, Flowski said they saw that the first time and then waited, but then second try it worked for him. So I don't know, like if that's just a technical glitch or a UI glitch, maybe refresh it and see how you go. But that is a shame. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of follows on DLive. It's interesting.
Oh shit, Panda Silly, how you doing?
Good to see you, Panda Silly.
So what have we got to do, Kabsky, before the end of the month here on DLive? There's a few.
Oh, this is what we plan on doing over in our community. For the tight group that we are, we're all going to Hangout. And
Google Hangouts.
Nice about Google Hangouts, right? It's not called that anymore, but it still is.
Yeah.
And what that offers is bringing a mess of people together under one roof. We can actually see each other like we're doing right now, and have like a conference or a conversation, whatever you want to do there. Or you can have private conversations with whoever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, via video. So we're all going to do that. We're going to put our heads together and figure out a place that we can all go to. Like we did over at YouTube, the group of 40, right, that came over here to DLive. We're kind of like doing that same thing now.
Yeah.
And in the meantime,
Ben, I remember the day you came to DLive. Holy shit, this takes me back. Wow.
That's when Crazy Keith was he was a door greeter like at Walmart.
Yeah, yeah.
I will never forget
he
that.
Greets
he
you
was
with
so kind and friendly to us and so excited.
And he greets you with a sticker or two. He's like, "Here, have a sticker for your channel." Yeah.
There was a
ongoing thing with the sticker thing. He would always tell me, he'd say, "Ben, that's the incorrect number. I've done 12,000 stickers now, not 11,000."
Yeah, there was a group of us who did that back in the day. Crazy came in. I miss the guy. I hope he's doing well. I know he went through some rough medical stuff.
Yeah,
he's had tumors on his brain, and he's still kicking. They did another surgery on him, and he's still kicking. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
While we're talking about various people, I'm just going to very briefly mention something. For those of you who know just Rev Jim. I call him Jimbo, and Nalisha. I've known both of them for 6 years at least. Terrific people. Been through a lot of ups and downs, both of them. And those two, and I'm only saying this because this is public, those two are head over heels in love. And I am so fucking happy for them both. So.
Did they get together on DLive or was that somewhere else?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
No, they didn't.
No.
Together in Discord.
Nice.
Okay, but
They got together in Discord because of
a stream on DLive.
Fireman's TV. That's what got them together.
Yeah, Tia.
That's cool. Oh, good on them.
Yeah, I thought it was wonderful. So I might have gotten it slightly wrong, but yeah.
As a matter of fact, the community kind of came together and helped her send a package off, a care package from where she lives, where Jim is at. And we're all excited about it for him to unopen this box of all these goodies that she made and gave to him. Well, that really made for a cool stream.
I just farted.
That Rastafarian like hat gnome thing with the marijuana leaf on the front is fucking awesome. She actually made this. Benin.
Yes.
Shit, I'm fucking you two up.
Too many Bens.
Benin. You might not remember this, but about a year or so ago, Nalisha came into your chat a couple times, and I was on a stream one night, a panel with you, and then there was another night I was in chat, and I introduced you to her, and I kind of explained, and we were talking about how she was making masks at the early COVID days, like early 2020.
Oh, I do remember this. Yep.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Okay, cool. There's been a few, love tales on DLive, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm alluding to something there, but by the way,
I'm not saying jack shit. Shut up.
You're not saying jack shit, but by the way, Dale, at the end of this month, when 404 is, when DLive.tv is 404, will there be things that you can tell us that you weren't able to tell us in the past? Oh, that's gone quiet all of a sudden.
Hey guys.
Definitely.
I hear crickets.
I hear crickets too. Yeah, what's going on with that? Yo, Jake. Jake's back. How you doing, Jake?
Hey, can I say something? Can I give my opinion about DLive?
Go ahead, man.
I think DLive,
Oh, what? I didn't mute him. I didn't do that. You just went all quiet there, Jake. Oh, he's gone. Back to you, Dale. What were you saying before we
Not a damn thing.
Jake, you've muted yourself, Jake. Let me just check that that's not at my end. I
you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. You muted yourself.
All right. I had to say I had a problem every time I tried to use Zoom. The other day on Cap 7's panel, it kept kicking me out.
Okay. Well,
it was. Hey, Cap, it wasn't your issue. It was more like my tablet is messed it up.
Okay. Well, we're on Discord, so that shouldn't happen now.
Yeah. I want to say DLive, thanks for the memories. Thanks for the, and also I want to say, by the way, Tidy works for Kick, by the way.
Yes, we did know that. Yeah.
We all know that, yeah.
Yeah, and also, Cap, thank you so much for all the laughs you've given me the last years I met you, brother.
Oh, you're welcome.
I gotta say, okay, it's Ass Kiss time. Ben, Cab 7 Ben, I've laughed my fucking ass off watching some of your streams. I've listened to the music you play. You always bring positive, good vibes. You're such a very kind soul.
You are a good person, Ben.
Yeah, and that's very much appreciated, man.
And we want to also say that I also been when you're not streaming, I was watching your videos with Green Bay Wacky and Fireman TV.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, they appreciate that, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
And also the thing is, it's like I hope that we don't have any. I know my friendship with GP might affect some of this, but I do care about you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And
Means
by
a
the way,
lot.
Giggle Pickle says hi, Ben.
Okay.
She can't say anything in your chat because she's banned from
I
your
know.
chat.
I know. That. Yeah, I know.
She's trying to
Yeah.
change her ways, Ben.
And that's good. I think that's awesome. That's awesome.
She's working. She's doing a program right now. She's getting sober. She got sober.
Amen. Amen. I know what that's all about.
I've been sober for 6 years, Ben.
Good for you.
Since my dad
awesome.
passed away. Since my dad passed.
Jake, let me just share one thing with you on that. It doesn't matter how much sobriety you have behind you. What matters is that you're sober today. And if you can do that, more power to you.
Thank you, Ben. And Kev, and I want to also say that I don't do, and like I said on my stream, I feel bad for the people that do streaming as a job. This was their job. DLive is screwing them.
That's sad, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, don't make assumptions. You don't know that yet.
Ben said hasn't got paid.
I'm aware of that. We've covered all
and by
this
the way,
earlier
hello,
in the discussion.
Delbold. Hello, Delbold.
Hi, Jake.
We need some way to make Discord force usernames up on the screen. That would be rad. They're there, but as soon as I move my mouse, they disappear.
Oh, hey, Cab, what about Blaze?
Oh, yeah, Blaze.
Well, no, I kind of made up my mind with the old.net.
Yep.
So, but before I even make any moves, I got to take that back to my group of the people that I'm hanging with and see what they all think of it. I'm not just going to make that move without them.
Hey, and also want to say this. I just want to say that you have been, Cab, you've always been, every time I go in your chat, you're always happy. I just want to say that you're always happy. You're always in good spirits.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I've seen Cab 7 Ben sad sometimes, but in appropriate times.
Dale, 2023, 2024 wasn't some good years for me. In 2023, I lost my channel on YouTube because of some BS. I got swatted on Christmas Eve 2023 because of some trolls. And also, let me tell you something. October 19, 2023, I lost my best friend because he was trying to get sober without medical help.
That's horrible, man.
2024, in early 2024, I lost my sister, my real life sister.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Sorry
if I'm making this into a B stream. Sorry.
Alcohol is a strange thing because, like, for example, and I'm not going to speak for Benon, but I'll let you answer for yourself. But I've known Benon for years, and I know this is true of myself. I can have a few drinks and I'm fine, but I limit it. I pace myself. I don't get drunk off my ass. Some people, and this isn't, it's an illness. For some people, alcoholism, it just sort of takes over their lives. And that can be a problem. That can be a big problem. And so it's difficult to decipher what that line is. Can somebody handle it or not? I mean, I don't know. It's a hard topic. So.
The one thing I've learned as a recovering alcoholic, I got 20 years under my belt, and one thing I can say is I don't judge people that have addictions because I've been there, done that. I know what it's like. All I can do is be there for anybody that asks for help. And if you don't, I just accept you as you are. I'm not going to judge you for a drinker. I'm not going to judge you for a druggie. You do what you do. You. I already did.
It's funny
can I just say this real quick? My only issue is some people use alcohol as an excuse to act like a jackass, and then like the next day they'll be like, "Oh well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a jerk, but it's because I was drunk." And personally, I have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
Because I've been drunk probably over 1,000 times, and I've never behaved that way.
Yeah. I love having a drink, and I love getting a little out of my own head and just being completely relaxed. But for me personally, and I know this from most recently, the end of summer stream that I did, the last day of summer, it really does. Sometimes it can really grab you and bring out something that, like, in my situation, there was something that was inside of me that I didn't even know was there. And after a few drinks and streaming and then watching the stream back, I was like, oh, wow, I'm really quite angry. I'm angry. I'm an angry man in that stream. I don't want to be an angry man. Okay. Then I start thinking about what do I've got to do to not get angry. I still want to have a drink. I still want to sit down and drink homebrews and drink Jack and have a good time. But I know I'm not an angry person. So go roll that through my head and sort of make changes. And I feel like that's a positive thing. Like, it's like a therapy that you've gone through in your own head. And then I did speak to someone about it, and that person confirmed with me that you're not an angry person, but the situation that's been delved to you has made elements of anger come up with you. And now that you recognize it, let's work on dealing with it. So I think that's a good.
See what you just said right there is exactly it. It's so okay. Interesting. You got a little intoxicated and you started behaving in ways publicly that, looking back on it, you didn't like.
Yep.
But you learned from that.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah. And the other thing too, if I didn't have that stream and if that didn't happen, I might still have that inner anger in me, and it might come out again later and at a non-appropriate time. Like on a stream, it was kind of appropriate. We were just hanging out. It was summer. The sun was going down. No one got hurt. I was there by myself. But maybe that anger might have come out later on when someone, I'm not like this, but let's say someone cut you off in traffic and then the next thing you know, there's road rage. That anger might have come up then. But now I know about it from watching myself and cringing at myself. I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen again. Yeah.
There's some therapies out there that do exactly that.
Is that right? Yeah.
They will video you for a whole week. They'll video for a whole week, and you'll be just doing your normal life. And then the week later, they have you sit down in this room of 50 people, and they play the video, a whole week's worth of video, and you're like stunned and going, "Is that really me?"
Yeah.
No freaking way. But you know what? A video can change your outlook compared to not having a video at all.
Yeah.
Because someone could say that you've done this, and this, and you go, no, that's not me. Yeah. But when you see the video of yourself, wow.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Jake.
I just want to say that in 2016, I stopped going places before that whole thing happened. And now I am doing stuff. I'm going out places. I'm wanting to do other stuff because I'm tired of sitting at the house and being scared of people.
Nice. Yeah,
but
it.
I want to also say. I also want to say this. And number one, what do you think about these guys that these guys they pay people to they get paid. People tip their streams just for them to drink Jaeger.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's probably not very healthy. The person that's getting tipped, they probably should put a limit to it. Like if we're going to do this, we're only going to do it for an hour or 2 hours. But if it just goes on and on, then it's completely unhealthy and it's dangerous, and it's no different than doing a prank, getting you to stand in front of traffic or something. It's highly dangerous.
by the way, Cap 7, I know that you're a fan of yourself. I see a Cap 7 sign in the back. You're a fan of you're a fan of yourself.
I'm a fan of myself.
Promotion. Got to have promotion. He's referring to your signage behind you, saying giving your channel name, but that's just promotion.
Yeah, that's from a friend of mine that owns a business that does those. Yes.
Also, hey, you know, and by the way, I see Jackie in the chat. What's up, Jackie? Love you, sweetheart.
I am really grateful that DLive has given us this 1 month period because this is a big fucking change for people who spent a lot of time and invested a lot of their time and energy on DLive.
Mixer gave us a buzz. Mixer gave us a buzz.
It's a nice way to give us a time to transition to something else. So thank you, DLive,
Mixer,
for that.
So here's the thing. I remember Mixer.
Yeah, we all recall those days. Hendrik said in the chat, Dale, you messaged me that Benon was fully pissed. I was drunk. That's the thing, Hendrik. I wasn't legless. I mean, I sat out there at Tilbury Cove and I streamed and I walked home and I brought all my gear home without incident. But the point of that was that I got to the point where there was obviously an issue that I hadn't dealt with at that point yet. We all know what we're referring to here. We all know my situation I went through, but for it to come out as anger, like up until that point, it's come out as sadness. Every other time I've just been very, very upset about it. And then on that one stream, I just became really angry about it. And I started swearing, and I don't often swear. And I swore like I cussed every other word in that stream. And I was like, man, and that, like, that's not me.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that. You were still dealing with the trauma of a breakup, and there was a cognitive dissonance thing going on where you would say things like, I'm over it, but I'm not over it.
Exactly.
I'm over it,
I'm living with that, and I'm going through that like every day, and every day I'm doing it, I'm getting past it further and further and further. So I'm kind of,
for those of us who know you and care about you, it was hard to watch, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, thanks.
We care about you, Benton.
Thank you.
We care about you.
Thank you. It was a difficult time, but I am. Go ahead.
The other night when I found out that DLive was shut down, and when I saw Ben was in tears, Cap 7 was in total tears.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it. I was worried about you, Ben.
Oh, you got to understand, I've put 6.5 years of my life into this, and I've done.
Yeah. We all put our time in this company. We all put our time.
Yeah, but I did a lot more time than most. Okay, and that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
Not only did I put time into DLive, but the after effects as well. So when the stream was ended, people could come to me, and say, "Hey, Cav, I just need to talk to someone." So it was just more than just doing streams. It was also helping people behind the scenes as well.
Nice.
And that's my passion, right? Is to help people.
Hey, Benon.
Yes.
Paranormal White Noise in your chat. She asked, "May I join you?" Her name is Zara. She's a terrific lady. If you would like, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but if you would like, allow her up on your panel because she has knowledge about a lot of this stuff that you might be interested in.
Okay. I'll tell you how I'll do that. Paranormal. Apparently my Discord link is invalid in the DLive, which doesn't really matter because DLive is going away, but I'll give you a new link to join in.
By the way, Benton, I will be streamed. The stream that I've been telling people to go to is Blaze, to my Blaze.
Yeah,
we heard you.
Yeah, Blaze seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I got it from you, Benton. Like I got Valora from you. Told people I joined Valora because of you.
Thank you. Hey, Jake, I don't care, but you said my name Benton a few times there, but that's cool. But you can just call me Gibbs.
Right, Gibbs.
Yeah, my name's Benon, but that's cool. So do we have that's paranormal right there already? That was quick.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Time.
How you doing? Have we met before?
Oh, a number of years ago.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
You're welcome.
What it do, Zara? How you doing?
What a do, Dale.
Sound like you know Dale very well.
What's up? What's
Oh,
up,
yes.
I've
So-
known Zara for what, 6 years at least.
Well, no, if I came over here at 2018, that'll tell you.
Oh, so shit, 8 years. Damn.
I've
Yeah.
been on
Just so
DLove
you know, Zara is a British lass who lives in Germany.
Oh, cool.
Ma'am?
What
And she
part of-
does IRL streams where she goes on her bike.
Rad.
I do.
What part of Germany are you in?
Say again?
Which part of Germany?
Munich.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oktoberfest town.
Yes, I have been. I've been there a few
Yep.
times. Very nice. I was gonna call you as an English person. I could hear the accent straight away.
I've been on. Hey Gibbs.
Yes.
I've been on DLive for 8 years. I've been on since 2018. I was brought in not because of Puge, but because one of my friends, LT Zonder, was working with DLive at the time.
Okay.
And Zonder and I are friends. Luke and I are friends, and he was like, he kept telling me, "Come to DLive, come to DLive. DLive is better than Twitch." I'm like, fine, I'll make an account because I was never gonna leave Twitch, but I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
That's all right. That's all right. What about you, Paranormal? How have you, like, what's your take on this DLive announcement?
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
I saw there was one of the channels I go to, and it was like goodbye DLove, and I'm like, huh? So I was exactly. So I was having a look around this morning, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like the end of an era.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Really is. It's I'm just. It's like I've never done a payout.
Oh, I'd recommend doing that as soon as possible.
Well, I can't upload the government ID. It gives me an error.
Uh-oh.
I've never done a payout also because if I show I don't have a government ID, but if I do that, I can, because I am on SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance.
Yeah, no, Jake, a government ID would be something like a driving license, a
But
passport.
I don't have any of my. I don't have anything. Any of my things, and because I don't keep a lot of my stuff due to the fact that because I have people that do that kind of stuff for me, keeps because I really don't, but I when I get lemons and stuff, I give them back to the creators. I give them to like Cap 7 or Benton. Sorry, Gibbs a minute.
Thanks, man. Yeah. But Paranormal, if you how long have you been on DLive for yourself?
Since about 2018.
Oh shoot. You
Yeah.
probably
Yeah, she joined right around the time I did it, and I didn't even know her at first.
Oh wait, you've never done a cash out? So you'd have a fair amount of money there.
Well, a lot has gone down, but I got over 18,000.
Well, you must get onto that immediately because, like Dale said earlier in this stream, we could just wake up at the end of this month and it's 4:04 and there's no connection.
Yeah.
I'd be doing that right away if I was you. Actually, that reminds me of something else. Cabskis, did you ever get that? You had a problem with sending the BTT. What were the streamer incentives that we all got? No, not BTT. It was what was the other token?
Frax, wasn't it?
No. After that,
Lino.
No. That's before that. After that, there came
Oh crikey!
the streamer incentives, which was an ape token.
Oh yeah, the ape NFT.
Yeah, Kabski, I remember you saying you had issues with that. Did you ever get that resolved?
I don't know what that is.
Remember the streamer incentive? I don't even know what they called it. DLive ran a campaign. They ran a campaign to get you to stream, and you had to accumulate X amount of time streaming, and then you'd receive at the end of the month a percentage of these ape NFTs. And you were always like, you were always the top of, because you stream so much, you were always the top of the ladder, but you were like, I can't even get access to that.
Well, yes, a bunch of people made a decent amount of money from that, and it was like free. But the problem is certain countries had it was almost impossible to cash out.
I think that might have been what it was.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I had a friend cash out, and it was millions, literally millions.
Yeah.
And they got $5 and some odd cents.
Yeah.
What?
So, yeah. In fact, that particular investment, I watched it. I looked at the investment, and it's like, okay, the last 6 months it's in red and it's going down.
Yeah.
I said, who the hell wants to invest in something like that? No wonder why they were trying to give it away.
It's worth almost as much as the Hex.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
By the way, by the way, have you spoken to Joker?
Oh, jeez.
Have I? Have I spoken to Joker? Was that at me, Jake?
Yeah.
I don't have any. I have no connection to that guy, and I'd like to keep it that way.
So I was also that was also a double
Ditto.
too.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything positive or anything good about that man.
Joker always like, here's the thing. Now Joker is like Team Rumble, but what about all the bull crap that he pulled over here? What about the stuff that he pulled over on Kick? Now he's King Rumble. Give me a break, gosh.
Yeah. Hey, but just back up a little bit. Love Shack said HGX, that's the exchange that those Ape NFT tokens were going to, a minimum cash out of $20. I'll tell you this, I did that campaign or that program each time they did it, and I ended up cashing out around about $60 worth. And I invested it in something else immediately because there's no point holding on to a dumb token. I just reinvested it. But yeah, it was interesting that they... What was the idea behind that? It was to get you to sign in every day or something. I think that's how it worked. But if you're streaming anyway, you already do that. So, yeah.
DLive came up with a lot of really crap things. I mean, my complaint about DLive and their incentives, was not everyone was equal. Not everyone could be involved. I said, if you're going to put out an incentive, let everybody that comes to DLive, the creator and the viewer, let it be fair.
Yeah, true. I never thought of it that.
It wasn't that way. Some of these games that they put out wasn't fair to everybody.
You're dead right, because that's what made it so unique at the beginning, where it was that way, where the viewer could earn and the streamer could earn. That way, you're fostering this community. Yeah, for sure. So that's a good.
Hey, DLive's last big promotional thing made me a millionaire. Unfortunately, that millions of whatever that fucking token was basically worthless.
Yeah, BTT.
Are you talking about the wheel?
No.
What was that?
Christmas. They did the one for Christmas.
The Christmas thing. Yeah.
And the funny thing about that, people were complaining that everyone was getting 0, 0, 0. Loser, you're a loser. You just are a plain loser. Spin again. So, some people spent money on their credit cards to, get some more of these chances to spin that damn wheel. Well, they got enough complaints at the office, and they got rid of that, the loser, the 0. So now, no matter what you spun on that wheel, you're going to be a winner. You would get the lowest amount, which was 1. They did just a little bit better than 0 and went to 1, which they felt satisfied people. But then they came out with the grand prize. You just won 1.7 million of these darn digital currency. Okay, digital currency, and that's the one also that I looked into. And no kidding, it was in red going downhill, and it was worth 0.0007. That's how much it was worth.
Ben, you and I both won that. You actually won it twice, didn't you?
I won it 3 times.
Damn,
wow.
I got it once.
I somehow
By
mi-
the way, good morning, Ben.
Morning, Sarah.
I somehow missed that campaign. I don't know what you guys are referring to.
You didn't miss much.
No, okay.
Oh my God. I would do videos on the wheel. I would do streams and make fun of the frickin' Christmas wheel. I mean, I would be like a drunk person, really pissed off about the fucking wheel. Fucking weed. I wish I could have kept those clips, but DLive got rid of all those damn clips.
Yeah, they deleted all the clips.
My perspective is a little different because I don't stream, so I was never here for any of that. I was never here to get donations or to, attention, any of that. My take is totally different, and one of these days I'll walk everybody through all that because I don't want to bore everybody right now. This isn't about me, but it does give me a somewhat unique perspective on all this, and I find all this quite interesting. I'll just say that.
Yeah, high res, $50 is $50. You accrue $50 ape NFT. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that the crypto element of those incentives was wrong because crypto is why DLive failed originally. So like the idea of Lino on a test net that was in-house, if you like, that was great, but it didn't work. And so then they pivoted towards BTT and Justin Sun, and that didn't work. So then they want to incentivize more streamers to come over. So what are they going to do? Give you more crypto. At that point, it hasn't worked. It won't work. They need to pivot to something different, or go back to doing the original idea and do that better. That's what I always thought they should have done. Go back to the original concept that PewDiePie talked about and incentivize both viewer and streamer. And then you've got something. But if you just keep giving more confusion, another token, a different exchange, like what happened to Coin, what was the other one, the Polynex you had to use because that was the Justin Sun one. Now you got to go to HTX, another Justin Sun. You're just confusing everybody and making it harder for anybody to be excited by it.
Ben and I basically agree with you, but you didn't touch on a key part with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier.
Go ahead.
A business model has to be sustainable, and most people don't seem to understand running any business is difficult successfully, and running a streaming platform is hard. Most people have no idea. I mean, if you think about it, you're not paying to be here. DLive has provided, and it's not just DLive, it's pretty much all the streaming platforms, give you a place to stream your content and express your views within certain rational limits. Obviously, you can't say certain things because it's so universally considered horrific to make shitty comments about whatever. But within certain parameters, you're allowed to express your opinion. And if you can make some money on top of that, that's great. But making it sustainable to where it actually, because a business is in business to make money, and you have to take that into consideration.
Is there something to be learnt from, well, let's be honest, Kick, right? They came in later and they seem to be doing very well.
They're doing
because they're backed by a shitload of gambling dollars.
So
it's not only that. You've got people like Ice Poseidon and other people, and they pull in a lot of people.
Yeah, but
I saw Lolo was streaming Ice Poseidon's video earlier.
But he was on DLive for a while. So what's the answer there?
Was.
Yeah. So how come it didn't work on DLive then? If the big name was.
Because he got kicked off, I think it was, if I remember. Because he's got the CX crowd that follow him around everywhere.
Right.
it's like with a lot of them, they mostly do IRLs and stuff like that. Nothing wrong in that. But with some of them, it's what they do on their streams.
Yeah.
And a lot of them would go. It's like I follow them all. A lot of them over on Kick, anyways. And some of the shenanigans they get up to, it would be classed as against TOS.
Against Kick TOS?
Zara.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Zara, I'm curious. Around the time you came into the call, and if you don't want to talk about this, that's fine. But
Yeah.
we were having a conversation about things like, mental health and alcoholism and addiction and various things. And I'm curious your take on that, because I know that you are knowledgeable about that issue. So if you would like to touch on that, that's fine. If not, that's also fine.
Oh, it's fine. I'm open. I'm 100% open when it comes to my mental health. So.
Did you want to jump back into what I went through, Dale, and like sort of get her take on it? I'm happy for that too, if that's what you were going for.
Well, I don't know if, I don't want to, I fucked up once and said something I shouldn't, so I don't know if I want to touch on your particular situation, but
wait,
just
maybe
just in general.
Oh, you mean you okay, sorry. When you say you fucked up, are you referring to something that happened a few months back?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, that
something that only you know about.
Yeah. That's cool.
I'd rather not go there.
Yeah, me too.
Gibbs, I'm gonna step down. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
I appreciate you allowing me to come up. All right,
dude. Thank you so much.
Ben.
Hey. By the way, Cabsy, if I don't see you again from now till outside of DLive, I'll check in on you wherever you wind up sometime. We'll connect again. Yeah.
all right. Sounds good, Gibbs.
Appreciate you, man.
Take care now.
Later.
Bye.
Good to talk to you, Ben.
You missed it. Too slow. I'll just tap into that and ask. Okay, so you mentioned mental health, and you mentioned Dale. You mentioned that paranormal has. What should I call you, paranormal, or should I call you something else?
You can call me Zara.
Zara.
Everybody does.
Her name is Zara.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'll be forgetting that straight away. But
that's fine.
Zara, so are you working in that industry, or you just have a knowledge?
No, I have bipolar type 2, and I'm also a rapid cycler, PTSD, and a suicide survivor.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the second thing you said then? You said you had something.
It's bipolar type 2, but I'm also an ultra rapid cycler, which means that my moods change more often than the normal person, basically.
Okay. Let me that's a lot, but let me just ask one. Let me ask something that's. It's going to be related to this, and it's also going to relate to my previous situation. Do you have a partner? Are you with someone? Is there someone else in your life?
Shout out to Glenn.
Okay. We already knew the answer to that because Dale told us earlier, but
yeah.
How does your partner how does this person respond to you?
Oh, that's a great question.
Like they need to walk around certain things and navigate different issues.
He has told me there are times that he does walk around on eggshells, which is understandable, but for the most part, we are very open. One of the first things that we ask each other in the morning is, how are you? How are you feeling?
Nice.
For me, most days it's like, it's too early to tell. Give me a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it can change literally within minutes. Being open, honest, and true to yourself. And for me, as the person with a mental illness, is to also be mindful of the other person, because they're not always going to know how I'm feeling.
Yes. Is there medications involved?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a period of your day where the medications make you either easier to be around or worse to be around? Either of those two things, I guess.
Oh, good question. I think it swings and roundabouts, really, to be honest.
Okay.
Some days are better than others. Some parts of the day, I'm generally, if I go look upon my day, I would say I'm a lot easier to get along with during the day. In the evening is where I can, for all intents and purposes, pardon the French, be a bit of a bitch.
Okay.
But it's not me as my character. It's just because it's towards the end of the day. I'm winding down, tired, and just emotions are a lot more heightened than what they normally would be.
And your partner
Zara,
responds to that well, like adequately, like they give you what you need, the space or whatever it is that helps you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And how long have you been together?
Definitely. A long time.
Okay. Oh, well,
very, very long time.
Congratulations.
10 years.
Yeah,
10 years.
great. Okay. That's
Zara, as long as I've known you, and I only know you from your online persona, as they say, you strike me as being one of the most stable, sane, intelligent, interesting people I've ever met. And I'm not saying that to kiss your ass. I'm saying it because it's true. So, whatever your issues and struggles, you manage it really well.
Okay, a quick backstory. I wasn't diagnosed until God, when was it? 2009, I think it was. 2009 or 2010. So highs and lows, which is common with bipolar, I thought is the norm for everybody. But when I was diagnosed, it was like a light bulb that came on. So I did lots of research. I have a very big support group on over on Facebook that's been going about 10 years plus. And I've had to do a call to the police in the States because somebody was threatening to unalive themselves. You know, so I've been quite an advocate for mental health over the years. Not so much the last couple of years because, as what everybody needs to do, you need to internalize on yourself. And as you know, Dale, I had my accident the other year. So I've taken a step back from all of that. I think I put enough work in for it to sustain itself nowadays. But it's, if I'm not feeling good, people generally won't see me around because I don't really like to show that side of myself.
I am really glad you just said that. Can you elaborate on that a little bit, if you don't mind? Why is it that when you know that you're not doing well, that you choose to not, like, say, go online, for example?
Because it won't be enjoyable. Not only for myself, but also for anybody watching.
Ah, interesting.
You see, I like to keep like with Ben. Ben loves to keep his upbeat, positive. And you've known me long enough, Dale. I like to keep things fun.
Yeah.
I like enjoyment. So when I'm not feeling that way, there's no point me being online because I'm only going to be a miserable person. And that's going to end up bringing everybody down, and there's no point in that.
Yeah.
If I'm the other way and being hypermanic, different story. Doesn't really matter. Because then it's even worse than what it would be normally. And that's when the stupidness comes out.
Finding that balance is always good.
Extremely important. Even for people without a mental illness, finding that balance in life is extremely important.
This is why, and I'm going to remind everyone, for those of you who don't know, because a lot of people don't seem to. So I use the phrase or the term 69 a lot, and everybody takes the sexual aspect of that, and I get it, but that's not what it meant to me originally. Balance, yin yang, right?
Yin yang, I was just about to say that. Yep.
Yeah. So I find it interesting that so many people just focus on one part of that, and that's fine. I can't control other people, but I know what it means to me. And yeah, balance is super important.
Well, it's like the saying where people turn around and say, I'm going to go and touch grass.
Right. Exactly.
Not the smoking kind.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
Good timing. I had to do that.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That was. But yeah, it's like with anything in life, you have to find that balance. You have to. I learned that more so the other year after my accident, with everything that I went through after that. And I'm still healing, and I've probably still got about another year's healing to do.
Ben and I don't want to speak for Zara, but I just learned this recently. She was biking. She goes on her bike and rides different places around her area of Germany, and had an accident and injured her shoulder and wound up having it was a mess, very bad, several surgeries.
Dang, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, well, all it was because of a wet leaf.
One leaf.
Yep, and I was about 10 kilometers from home, cycled through a storm. Anyway, skidded out, ended up going on the side, stretched my arm out, broke the humerus, broke the ball joint. Ended up having a plate and screws. Month later, had to go back to A&E. Ended up with an infection, which I think I left the hospital with. Was in for 13, 14 days, had 3 operations. The infection was like a waterfall flowing out my arm. Ended up with a secondary operation, secondary infection. They took all that hardware out, had a spacer in for a couple of months, and then November 2024, I had a total reverse shoulder replacement. Yeah.
Wow.
Just from a fall.
And
I've done.
You have movement now, like you've got full movement back.
I have not 100%.
No.
Some I will get back.
Damn.
Some unfortunately I won't get back. But it just goes to show anything can happen.
Yeah.
And I used to cycle in when there was snow, ice. I've been from one side of Munich to the other side of Munich to go to my my best mate's father's memorial service in snow and ice.
Yeah, everyone bikes over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to learn from that in Australia. We don't, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about both of you, Zara and Benon, is you guys do these IRL streams, which has always been one of my favorites. I've always personally been drawn to the art streams, the music streams, the IRL streams and panels. That's just my thing.
Me too.
Watching somebody play a video game bores me.
Same. Same. Can't handle that. I tried to watch some gaming and I was like, this is tedious.
So I appreciate all of you wonderful people that I met on DLive over the years, and again, a long list of names that brought some interesting humor, joy, just wonderful times together.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Well, look, I'm going to wrap this up here on that lovely note, but just as a quick side note, because we still have the end of the month on DLive, I will keep restreaming to DLive. But yeah, I guess this particular stream today, I wanted to do kind of like the chat's been DLive mostly throughout the whole stream. But I guess before we go though, I've already Zara, right? No, not Zara.
Yeah, you got it right.
It is Zara.
Yeah,
I should remember that. My brother's firstborn is Zara. I should be able to remember that. Zara, where are you going to go for your streaming from here?
Well, I've got Kick, I've got I've got YouTube, but
Okay.
I'm in a lot of places anyway. But mainly at the moment, it's has been YouTube.
So, do you multi-stream like through a service or?
Prism.
Prism? Oh yeah, I know Prism. Yep. Cool.
I use when I'm doing IRL, I actually use Prism.
Yep. Rad.
So
Okay.
Good app.
So DLive disappearing, aside from the community and aside from the history, it's not a huge blow in that regard.
Well, it is. It is in some ways because even though I came, it sort of came over as a large group with Ben and everybody. There's only a couple that stream, and they tend to really concentrate on DLive.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see where they go.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm not speaking for you or anyone else, but I feel like and I'm okay because I'm already multi-streaming elsewhere, but I feel like this change to DLive, it's not going to, because it's been so gradually getting worse and worse and worse, ever so slightly growing. Now that it's going away, I don't it's not it hasn't been a snap off. It's been like a gradual cracking. It's not a big. To me, it's almost like a sigh of like, okay, finally, it's all over. It's been heading that way for so long, and now we know it's definitely over. That's how I look at it.
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
You said it. Yeah.
And Jackie said it. Jackie said it perfectly. She said it's a community.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
It is. It is a community.
For me, that was always the thing. It wasn't about the platform so much. It was about the people.
Yeah.
And people are going to go different places, and we'll all naturally migrate to wherever we are comfortable. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's true. We'll migrate and we'll build up again, and we'll. Yeah.
Well, I started on YouTube. YouTube, in one respect or another, will always be my home.
Yep.
To revert back to. So in that respect, for those of us that do have YouTube, we've always got a home base somewhere.
I feel like that's a solid move too, because YouTube is the king of it all. That's not going away at any time, really. Like I don't feel like it's going to disappear. So you know that you can have YouTube, and then you can branch out to these smaller platforms and test the waters and see how you go, and then you can always come back to YouTube. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Good move.
That's true.
Zara.
Ben, and thank you very much for tonight.
Hey, man.
I'm really glad you did this.
I apologize for the little technical glitch before. I have a new machine. I haven't set it up for Discord. Now that I know it's working, I've just got to tweak my settings here a little and make it proper. But we can do call-ins Dale, you know this, anytime. I'd rather have a call-in than me sitting here ranting and raving. So anytime anyone wants to come in and have a chat about something, I'm always down for it. Doesn't have to be the death of a platform to inspire a panel chat. And Zara, likewise. Now that we know each other as well, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's lovely to talk to you. I say I've been in your chat many a time over the years.
Yeah.
But never had the pleasure of being up on panel with you.
Well, thank you for swinging by. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Also, Zara, wonderful talking to you again. And with that,
you too, Dale.
I'm going to say good night, everyone.
Thank you all. Thank you.
I'm going to jump down too. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks, guys. Hey, there you go, folks. I just want to wrap this up here quickly, or not quickly, but just succinctly by saying just want to repeat what we said there before. This concept of DLive disappearing, it's a slow burn that I've been feeling from the moment this BTT staking saga and the, removing me from the Discord. It's been a slow, and I've been watching from a distance, watching all these, like that campaign that Kabsky and you guys were talking about. I didn't even know that happened. There was another campaign where you spun a wheel and you got 1 or you got 0. I didn't even know about that. I've been watching it so far from a distance because I felt like I haven't been a part of it anyway. Ironically, I have been verified the whole time, but as you heard from Kabsky, these verified and global and these partnerships mean nothing. In actual fact, they don't mean a thing. There's no difference being, the Band-Aid isn't just being jerked off. The Band-Aid has just been slowly pulled up, and every now and then it catches on a hair and it hurts, and then the hair goes out as well, and you're like, oh, that's all right. And then slow. And now they've just got to the end of the Band-Aid, and they're going to roll it up into a little ball and drop it into the waste paper bin.
Money's too tight for steak.
Yo, Jake, thanks for the super chat, dude, on YouTube. Money's too tight for steak. That hasn't happened for a while. Thank you, Jake. You could have written a comment and it would have read it out, but thank you, man. In the chat, I know I when I have guests on, when we have a panel, I typically don't really look at the chat too much because I'd rather give, when I'm streaming and it's just me, then the only interaction is with the chat, and therefore I pay close attention to it. But when I have guests on, because they're actually physically there, I tend to not look at the chat and I just listen to what they're saying, try to give them the respect that they've given me by coming on and having the time to come and speak. So I apologize if I've missed the conversation in the chat. But like I said, I will be multi-streaming, obviously DLive till the very end. End of the month, it's the 9th of April. We've got another few weeks and if you want to stay over there, you're welcome to. I am going to be doing the multi-stream across the platforms. Valora.tv seems to be the place to go. Keep your eyes on beamstream.gg for whatever 2.0 is. And go to Kick if you want to trigger alerts. That's what I would say. Kick for alerts, and then wherever else you want to hang out and watch, you're damn well welcome. Tomorrow we're doing a music stream on a Friday with a homebrew or two. Yo, Jake, with another super chat. Right on the end there, Jake. Thank you, dude. You snuck that in super close to the end. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you, man.
Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way.
In the chat, Love Shack. Hope to see you around, Gibbs. Thank you, Love Shack. I saw your comments. Oh, that camera's turned off. That's right. They're sponsored by Elgato with their new product, No Signal. That camera turned off. Dudes, I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to farkle in that chat. Thanks, Jake. Cheers, man. Appreciate you, man.
Surfing waves day to night, always looking for the next thrill. That's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Roll and rolling deep and cruising for the